Well, it's Sunday, fun day. How was your week? Got anything to rant about? Got anything to preach? Did your boss get on your nerves? Was it anything at all? Did you get that big promotion? Tell us how you ball. Just wanna have fun on a Sunday afternoon. Relax and let worries be gone. Join in on the fun. We'll be laughing soon. Speak your truth, don't hesitate. Open up, don't wait, don't contemplate. Don't let it dissipate before it's too late. Don't be filled with hate, go out there and be great. Got anything to brag about? Got anything to complain about? Got anything you can't live without? Or anything that makes you shout it out loud? This is the place to be. Damn straight it is. This is definitely the place to be. Take a deep breath, set your spirit free. Let your passion burn brightly, as bright as can be. If you're lonely, angry, or happy, let it out. You be you and I'll be me. Got anything to brag about? Got anything to complain about? Got anything you can't live without? Or anything that makes you shout it out loud? This is the place to be. The place to fly free. Embrace the beautiful chaos. Join the thrill, feel the freedom. I know we're all different, but we're all the same. Just wanna have fun on a Sunday evening. Relax and let worries be gone. Coming together, bright vibes, no need for leaving. Finding a rhythm, joy that's worth believing. We're sharing these moments, feeling the love that's never ever deceiving. your own oppression. Believing in a future that's a deception. Caught in a cycle, blind to perception. Listen to Big Pharma, take this injection. Do as they say, not as they do. Freedom's an illusion, 'cause they own you. We will not be divided by those we have elected. They say that they care, we know that they don't. We know that they won't, so it's up to us if they won't. Independence Day, it's a lie. We're still not free. No, government's still taking over, enslaving us while most people are in favor. They want the land, they want the skies, they want our homes and they want our lives. What will it take to make us realize, oh, it won't be long till they take what's ours.
Aloha, everyone, and welcome to my channel, Steve Harloha channel. All right, I'm still not ready. Where am I at here? What's up, Snooks, JM Unleashed, Cheryl Rich, everybody's favorite Cheryl Rich. Wingnut, what's up, Wingnut? Blue Unicorn, what's up, brother? Toasted Goat. I was listening to you yesterday, Toasted Goat, when I was working. Got a funny story and a picture about that job. But I was listening, and then it just went silent. I was like, oh, maybe I lost signal or something because I was in a crawl space. And then I looked, and the stream ended. But then I guess you started another one because I was listening again. But hey, Mr. Danny Cola, Mr. John Danny Cola, what's up, brother? Oh, and if JM Unleashed, I know JM Unleashed stopped in earlier, it was way earlier, but waiting for him to be in here too. Because JM Unleashed is this month's subscriber of the month. But I did it before you even sent the comment. See, we're on the same wavelength. Yeah, you know what, Toasted Goat, I kind of figured that. I was like, yeah, you could probably shut it down for copyright. What's up, South SC Wolverines? Good to see you, bro. I was listening to you last night, too, when I was working. That job, wow. I was in there because it's a crawl space, but there's only like one entrance. And the house is like, it's from one end to the other, it's like over 100 feet. But when you first get in, it's crawl space big enough to where you can crawl on your hands and knees, right? But then the further you get to the other end, so by the time you're halfway through, you're literally doing on your chest, just pulling yourself. And that's all I got left, the hardest part. But I'm crawling down there, trying to like drag my shit with me, and I'm cutting out some old galvanized pipe, and I'm just like, like put my arms down to rest. And I look over, and actually, I'll just show you the picture. I look over, and I was like, oh, what the? Scared the shit out of me. This is crazy, too. I don't know if it's going to show up good, but I look over, and that was like 3 inches from my face. Anyone have any idea what kind of animal, hopefully it's animal, skull that is? Because that scared the shit out of me. And I already freaked myself out anyway with paranormal shit. So I was like, well, I'm done for the day. Well, the sun already went down. It was after 7 o'clock anyway. But I was like, nope, I'm done for the day, man. I'm not sitting down here no more. I don't want that to be my skull. But Lele J, aloha. Oh, yeah, and the picture is not, I don't know, about the size of my hand, maybe a little bit smaller than the size of your hand. Katina Birdcage, aloha. Here's JM. Look at that, JM. Told you I had something for you, brother. Subscriber of the month. Nope, I don't think any raccoons out here. Because I was thinking mongoose, but I think a mongoose would be a lot smaller than that. I don't have skunks here. Cat? I don't know. I never seen it. All I know is it had big eye sockets. You know, alien. I would say alien. Yeah. Damn, that's a loud radio. I would definitely say alien. But yeah. So that was fun, and I still got to go back and finish. But when I go back, it's going to be tomorrow, and I'm going to go earlier in the day, which is still dark under there. I guess it don't make a difference, but I'm going to. Oh, Lele J, thank you. Shout out to Lele J for the super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat. Let's see, give Lele a shout out. Here we go. All right. Short, quick, and simple. But yeah, I'm going to go back earlier in the day, and first thing I'm doing is getting that thing out of there because I just want to be done with that job. I've been doing that job for like a month now. Well, it's a vacant house, so it's not like there's a deadline, but still, it should have been done by now. Plus, it would be nice to get paid on it, right? But in the description for today's too, there's a few things I want to go over. I don't know where Dave's at. I was hoping he was going to show up, but in the description too, and I put out on my community page like a half hour ago because there on my shorts, because my shorts have been getting a lot of views, which is awesome. Thank you to everyone who watches them and everyone that hits the like on them and everyone that leaves a comment on them and everyone that shares them out. It definitely helps. But even the ones that leave a comment on there, like Dreamcatcher69. Because I don't know if Dreamcatcher69 is a he or a she, but Dreamcatcher, I don't get it. They obviously don't like me or like my content or like the shorts, but they still watch every single short and leave a comment on every short and just basically, here, I'll read a couple. Oh, this one was from today. No shit. This one was from 5 hours ago. This content just keeps getting worse and worse. Thank you for leaving a comment, Dreamcatcher, and for the view. Appreciate that. Let me find more by Dreamcatcher. Wow, it's crazy. Since those 2 videos with millions of views, it's hard to keep up with comments. I'm not complaining. Now I can't find any more by her. What the hell? There are a bunch, though. Oh, here's another one. Nope. Yeah, here's another one. It's crazy. This was 4 days ago by Dreamcatcher69. It's crazy how horrible content like this is promoted. Thank you for the comment. Thank you for the view. Let's see. I know there's more. There's like 6 or 7 more, but there's so many comments in between, I can't find them. But anyway, yeah, they're all basically negative and haters gonna hate, right? But haters gonna hate, but I still appreciate you because you're still giving me the view and you said you can't believe how content like this is promoted, but you're leaving a comment on that video feeding the algorithm promoting that content. So thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. I appreciate the view and the comment and for you promoting my garbage content because you keep coming back to watch it and leaving comments. So I do appreciate you. So shout out to Dreamcatcher. It is dream-catcher_69. They have 5 subscribers. So shout out to you. Brutal Bob. What's up, Brutal Bob? Who else did I miss when I was just rambling? Steve-O. What's up, Steve-O? Oh, dude, I just finished. Porter Farmer. What's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Make him, oh, dude, John, that's a good idea. I should do that. I'm going to do that. If they keep leaving, he or she, whatever, keeps leaving comments, which I hope they do. I really do, because I'm loving it. But if they, by the end of the month, they're going to be a subscriber of the month next month for sure. Dream Snatcher. As anyone to reach their goals, right? Haters hate, ballers roll, and rollers are going to roll. Keep rolling with your videos. Right on, Lele. Right on. Yeah, you know what though, Katina Birdcage? If you were to ask, I'd be like, I have no idea. I really have no idea. Chris Gilbert, aloha, good to see you. Because most of the time, I really don't. But Steve-O, I just finished a song earlier this morning, and I was just messing around too. It's like, shit, honestly, half of it isn't even like rhyme. I was just like, well, let's put it this way. I started writing it last night, and let's say I wasn't sober. Let's say that, pretend I was hanging out with Steve-O in his backyard for a couple hours. I was that kind of not sober. So then when I went back today to finish it, I'm looking at it going, what? What the hell? But then when I read it, it made more sense than it did last night. So then I just finished it. But it's a 6-minute song. So it's kind of long, but I'll either play it for the outro or if I need to take a bathroom break or something, I'll play that. But it's still good too. It's got I don't rhyme half the time. Yes, it's and because it's 6 minutes long too, I haven't listened to it stoned yet, so I don't know, but it sounds really good not stoned. So I think it'd be safe to say it probably sounds really good if you're stoned. Yeah, dude, and check out Toasted Goat channel too. If he's got 2 things. One, he's got a hilarious short. What was it, the other day or a week ago or something? Oh, dude, dude, yeah, you got a wrench. Post the link for that Toasted Goat. That was hilarious with the beer. Because when I first started watching that, I was like, dude, you're gonna get a lot of hate comments because you just. But then the second half of it, I was like, oh, that's good, dude. That's good. So yeah, great short. But then the other thing, like yesterday, he just plays, dude, awesome music, like all the music I love, but you can't think of it all off the top of your head. Like, what? And then I'm just working, and instead of having to try to find all these songs or playlist or whatever, I just turn on Toasted Goat. He's got me covered. I love it. It's good shit. So definitely go check out Toasted Goat. Freedom Redbird, aloha, Brenda. Good to see you. Blue Butterfly, aloha. What else am I missing here? It's going by so fast. See, I said hi to Chris Gilbert, Brutal Bob. All right, I think I got everybody. Wingnut. Yeah, I was hoping Dave would be here because I wanted to talk about how freedom is an illusion. I mean, I still can, but it's just more fun to have another person on panel. But I don't know, Snooks, if you want to jump up and talk about how freedom is or isn't an illusion, I don't know. I believe it's an illusion, but I'm pretty sure a lot of other people think that we're actually really free. And America, land of the free, home of the slave. I mean, land of the free. You know. You know what I'm trying to say. Oh, and I think my voice is just permanently like this from now on. For a while, it started getting a little bit better, and then it went back. Started getting a little bit, and now I think this is just how my voice is going to be from here on out. So, but I could still do impressions of people like Christopher Walken. Oh, or the greatest, Donald J. Trump. Everybody loves me. Everybody knows it. I'm the greatest, the best. I'm phenomenal. Oh, Brutal Bob, and thank you. Thank you for fighting for it. But I'm just talking about, like, if you think about it, I was just watching a video with Brian, his channel, Here's the Deal. He's got two channels, Here's the Deal and The Disturbing Illusion. Both of them great channels. And one of them I forgot what state it was in, but somewhere in America. And this couple, a guy and a girl, driving, and the cops pulled them over because they said they weren't wearing their seatbelt, but the couple said they were. And they ended up busting his window and dragging him out of the car. So it's like, for a seatbelt, like, one, if you're not free to decide if you want to, like me personally, I wear a seatbelt because I feel like it makes me safer, but that's up to me. If I don't want to wear it, who is anyone else to force me to wear a seatbelt, But then at the same time, you don't have to wear a helmet driving on. It's just, power tripping. But I want to add to the panel here my new co-host, Snug.
Just temporarily. Hi there. Aloha, Steve.
Aloha.
Aloha to the chat. So glad y'all are here. Make sure to hit that like, sub, share this out, hit the dollar for super chats or super stickers, and join to become a member here. It's fun. You get special perks.
Yes. Hit that
Hi there,
dollar
Brutal
bill. I'll
Bob.
tell you what, I'll even get you started. Watch this. I am going to gift 5 memberships, and hopefully all 5 of them go to people that are actually here in chat right now. Ready? 3, 2.
Boom.
That took a while. All right, here we go. We got Mood Elevator right on. That's Scotty Butters' better half.
Yeah.
I bring it every day. Kelly. Officer right here, media.
Never heard of that one.
Me neither. Mike Jones. All right, Mike Jones. And then Shauna. I'm not sure. Well, I'm not sure an officer right here, media or Shauna, but sweet.
You're so nice. You really are. If you want to talk about freedom as an illusion, I'll talk about it with you. Hello,
Okay.
Wingnut. Wingnut gained a little bit of weight and is looking very fine. I'm going to embarrass him. Well, he was too skinny and he did a short the other day, and let me tell you, I'm fixing to drive up and visit. Not really, don't worry, Wing. I don't want to scare you. I'll bring the food, though. I keep telling you that. Anyway, as far as freedom being an illusion, for me, freedom is what you make of it and get out of it. And I can drive where I want to go. I can speak where I want to speak. I can do what I want to do. So I don't feel I have limitations on me.
Yeah, but all right, so you live in Florida.
Yes.
So would can you drive down the road and not wear your seatbelt, not have to worry about getting a ticket for it?
I'd wear it if I didn't have to because I know it would save my life.
Well,
So see,
same
that's
with
not an
me,
issue with me.
but still, like just as hypothetically speak, because I'm the same. I'm gonna wear it if I have to or not, because that's my point. It's still like there's no victim in it if you don't wear it or do wear it. It's you, it's your body. You should have the freedom to do what you wish. So who is anyone else to say, well, if you don't, you're going to get punished, or and that's just something small like that, because it blows my mind. There's that, but then, and it's still legal here, and you see it all the time. I seen it last night at 8 o'clock at night driving home. Pickup truck, 5 people in the back of it, just ride in the back of a pickup truck, no seat, no nothing. That's perfectly legal. But if the driver wasn't wearing a seatbelt, they would get a ticket for not wearing a seatbelt. But you got 5 people in the back of the truck.
Well, see, that's not legal here in Florida.
I think
Riding
Hawaii
in
is
the
the
back
only
of the
place
truck.
left that is still legal. This blew my. When I first moved here 15 years ago, I'm like, holy shit! Like, there's people just riding in the back of trucks. And my buddy's like, yeah, it's still legal, which it should be because that's their decision.
This is how I know, but you have to pick your battles, Steve. Go for the bigger ones that you might really disagree with, and just don't worry about the smaller ones. Seatbelt is a small issue to me.
Right.
There's
Well,
so
I
many
was
things that
trying
are
to
bigger.
start. I was trying to start with something so small and kind of petty, just to make a point. But all right, let's
Okay.
let's use um, stop paying property taxes on your house, even though your house is paid off and you own it. Right? Do you
Oh,
really own it?
I totally agree on that. My house is paid off, and I'm having to pay property taxes, and I'm not happy.
Right? Because you really don't actually own it, because if you stop paying property taxes, they're just
Yeah,
going to
look,
take it from you, and it's
they
like,
will.
so if you're not free to buy a house, pay it off, and fully own it, then you're not free.
No, I will agree with that part. Although I will say DeSantis is going to try and get that stopped here in Florida. But I think it should be nationwide. I think once you pay your house off, that's your dang house. I guess they
Yeah,
consider the property city property still, or county property. Like, you didn't really buy the land, you bought the house. You don't own the land it sits on. Although if you live in the country and buy acreage, I think you still have to pay property taxes. So there you go.
yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
and GMA Merkel is exactly right. You forfeit your freedom for security, because that's what they always use when they make new laws or new rules or new whatever. It's always for the safety of the people.
That's a good point. Is
Which,
my volume okay? It's not too loud, is it?
no, it's perfect.
Okay,
Perfect.
thanks.
Yeah.
Based off what current court case in Florida, John?
Oh, I think he was talking about. Actually, John, do you want to come up, man? I'll send you a link if you want to come, because I know me and John are on the same page with a lot of the stuff. And John, very smart guy, man. I had a
Yeah.
really good conversation with him on the phone a couple of weeks ago. And great dude, man. Great dude.
Thank you, JM. You can buy air rights. And Neil, I know I'm not too loud. You're the one that's always too loud on panels, so there. This is how Neil and I get along. Neil, you know I loves you.
Hey, here I am. That's what's up? Here I am. That's make stupid people famous.
Oh,
Aloha.
I kind of missed that name though. Make stupid
Yeah,
people
no, I knew I
famous.
recognized that. I recognized the avatar. I was like, that's make
Yeah.
stupid people famous. Good to see you,
Yeah.
brother.
Hey, Anarchy, you ought to get up here. I love
Yeah,
to go
and
back and forth
Wingnut.
with Wingnut.
I know Wingnut's another smart guy.
Yeah, and he and I totally disagree on everything, so it makes for a good conversation. I never get anybody up here that agrees with me. Dave agrees with me.
Yeah, that's the best thing. With like me and Dave been friends for 40 years,
Yeah.
and a lot of stuff that I believe and think
Oh,
he
oh, there's
disagrees
Dave.
with.
Oh, there's Dave. Don't talk about him. Dave,
Nope.
get your butt up here, Dave.
But we disagree on a lot, probably half of the things we
Lies.
believe in.
Lies. I
And
do agree more politically with Dave than most people. That's nice you own hunting land and that you don't mind paying the property taxes, Bob. You know, that's a good way to look at it. Dave, how come your butt is in the chat and not up here?
yeah, Dave.
Yeah, Dave. Dave's trying to pretend he's not here, Steve. But we
He's
see you.
not.
We all see you.
He's here, but he's not here.
Oh, and Dave, Brutal Bob has a question he wants to ask you, so you need to come up here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and Brutal Bob, was that the comment you left a little bit ago, Brutal Bob? I read it, but I caught because you said it was a fireman, and were you also law enforcement? Is that what that said? Why isn't Dave on the screen? Oh, I know. Hold on, I got you. There we go.
Wingnut, if you come up, you have to let me interrupt you so I can talk sometimes. Be quiet when I'm talking to Neil. Neil, you crack me up. I think Neil's my twin brother. That's why we get along so well.
And Neil, yeah, Neil.
Don't let him come up. Don't. Please don't.
He'll speak his mind. Like he won't. He don't have a filter. That's what I like about him. He just speaks his truth.
Well, I'm getting out the filters for him. Dave! Happy
What up, though?
Sunday.
You like
What
my new
up, Dave?
name?
I'm always late. Dave's always late. That should be your new name.
Yeah.
I swear I wouldn't even have come if you didn't. Steve texted me and I looked at my phone like, oh my God. He's like, stop making me nervous.
Why wouldn't you have come here?
Oh, we had nasty storms here.
Oh,
Got you,
Nasty.
Wingnut.
okay.
Oh, really? Since I talked to you yesterday?
Yeah, we had storms here like half the day today. We had
Damn.
tornado warnings.
I just want to break in for a second. John, happy birthday to your twin grandchildren. That's great. Yeah, you and your tornadoes. Oh my God, it's the wing. Hey, come on, wing, stand up. Let me see you.
I'm right here.
No, you're not standing up. You know what I did with that short video of yours where you're looking so good? I saved it under my favorites.
Okay.
It's like I can look at it anytime I want to. But what's best is what you say at the end. Oh, can I pull that up here?
Yeah. What's
Steve,
up, Motor City Maniac? What's up, brother? But yes, Snooks, you can actually while you find that, I want to share this one from Toasted Goat I was talking about earlier.
Okay.
And
Well,
then,
I put it in the stream.
oh, did you? Okay.
Put it in the chat, I
Let's
think.
see,
But Wingnut, do you mind if I share that one?
No, I don't care.
What you say at the end, I have watched it probably 10 times for many reasons besides what you say at the end. Okay. I'm just going to say it.
Okay.
I'm packing up food to come visit you.
Sure.
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 Sure. I know you're going to move.
Yeah.
He's going to pull a wall up around his house now.
We'll
Build it.
get the
Build it
battle
quick.
bots.
Build it quick.
Oh, hush.
Trump will fund it.
Oh, that's not
battle
the one I
bots
showed.
circling the property and stuff like that, fully armed.
You'd be happy. I'm not that annoying.
Wow, really brutal, Bob. All right, hold on. Let me I want to respond to Brutal Bob's comment, but let me play Toasted Goat's short. It's a quick one, but it's hilarious, dude.
That's life.
How dare you,
That's what
alcohol
all the
abuse.
people say. You're riding high in April, shot down in May. But I know I'm gonna change that tune when I'm back on top in June.
See, I knew he wouldn't let me down.
That's not the one I shared in chat. I can't share Wings because he has a pew in it. He has a gun. I just realized that. Dang you! If you
Howard
haven't
County
seen this
Observer.
short, okay. If you have not seen Wingnut short with him full in camo and of course his face covered shooting, you've got to watch to see what he says at the end. You know, you have this maniacal laugh, Wingnut. It's just a mania. It's the best though. It's so funny.
It was my 4th of July
It was
short
just
that I did.
it was hilarious. I mean, he comes right to the camera and says, "F you, England, you can't do this there." It's just, and I'm not even saying it as good as he did, but that's just the funniest. And then he does his laugh. It just cracks me up.
Yeah, I'm not getting fat.
You're not fat. I
Yeah,
told you
fuck all
you're
that
not
shit.
fat.
I mean, you're making me feel fat. Like
I
I
did
gained weight.
not. Well, you've been too skinny. You could have blown away in a hurricane.
Man, you know, I used to hear that from my grandmother and my aunt all my life. That especially my aunt, she had this like thick Korean accent. So she's like, "You're too skinny. You need to eat something. You're too skinny."
Well, you're not now. You're just right.
I've been hearing that my entire life, dude. I know
Right?
how that feels, man.
You
Somebody
need
need
to
to
eat.
feed this boy a sandwich.
Right? You need to eat something. You're too skinny.
I
Wingnut's
worry
been making
about you. Why you so thin?
You've been making use of that. That's so beautiful grill thing. That's what you've been doing. But you look good. I like a man with some meat on him. You didn't have any meat. You were like just all bones. So you got some beef on you now.
Man, that's a nice
Believe
piece
me,
you got.
that's a
I'm watching
compliment
this
too.
short right now. That's a nice piece you got too.
Watch till the end.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just watched it twice.
I know. I've watched it 10 times. I'll probably watch it more.
I appreciate it, y'all. I mean, you
No,
know, like I said, it was just like, I was out. I was out. Um, I carry my damn rifle with me everywhere I go out here in the property, and because the damn snakes are bad, and you know, you never know what you might come across, like two-legged, the no-legged, the four-legged, you know, predators out there. So I mean, you know, and it was 4th of July, so I was like, well, I thought I'd put something up, you know. It originally was a lot longer, but I cut it down to a short.
too bad. You should have made a video. Go back and do it again.
Nah.
But I'll have a longer video for my favorites. I just cut off the end where you say F England anymore.
Mm.
I'm just trying to embarrass. Am I embarrassing you yet?
No, I
Dang
don't
it.
care. I don't care if people watch my video. It's actually, I mean, that's why I put it up there is for people to watch if they want to watch it.
I'm watching
I
it
don't
because
care.
you're eye candy. That's what I'm trying to get across.
Oh, is that
You like didn't understand that at all. Oh my
no, I
goodness.
understood it. I was just like the shit's getting
Ignoring
deep.
it.
That's what I'm saying.
Ignoring it. Okay. Dave, how have you been?
Yeah, Dave, they've been quiet today. Did you fall asleep?
I've been like that all day, feeling crappy all day.
Are you
Everything
feeling
good?
you feeling
Or you
sick?
know what? If you just
95.
had that weather can affect your
Yeah,
mood.
my friends, my family slept all day today. Like The entire day was quiet in the house. All the stuff closed up.
Mm,
And then as soon as I came on here, they're up. It's amazing.
mm.
They want
You
to
know,
talk and say hi immediately.
Steve, I actually got out in the yard and worked this afternoon for about 2.5 hours.
Nice.
I loved it. It felt great.
Yeah, I enjoy yard work.
I'll be sore tomorrow. Oh, I'm totally hitting on him. I've always been hitting on him, Cheryl. It's been going on 5 years. I just used to be more subtle.
Subtle. I
See,
don't think
there's
the
that
word.
laugh.
I don't think subtle was ever, ever in the play.
I thought I was. Now I'm
No,
embarrassed.
it's not subtle at all.
Okay, whatever. Whatever.
Snooks is trying to hit on that wing to get that nut
Don't you
till
even
it
say it.
turns into
Don't
anarchy.
say it. Don't say it.
Till it turns into anarchy and they play it on television.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Pineapple pasties are finally starting to chap his sensitive nips, so he is pouting. Who's pouting? I think I read this out of context.
I know those days that Dave's having in Michigan because it's like just rainy, shitty weather, and then I kind of miss those days once in a while. You just kind of sit around the house and don't do shit all day, and
95 degrees.
it's
Not
just,
full humidity.
In the shade.
It's just, yeah, it's like
Oh, wah,
it's
wah, wah.
oppressive. It's oppressive. It's
Wah,
not
wah. I go out and
fun.
work in 93-degree heat in the yard.
Nobody cares what you do now. Jesus, yeah.
Oh, you know what? I had some men in a chat and a female asking if I was going to be on Steve's panel tonight because they like my voice. So there.
I get like 30
Dave.
women a day on Facebook that want to be my friend.
They're all from the Philippines.
No,
No
yeah,
offense,
it
Steve.
doesn't matter to me.
yeah. Oh, real quick, Howard. No, like a couple months ago, I started losing my voice, but still don't know why. I haven't been screaming or yelling. I haven't been at any concerts or any reason. And then it start coming back, and then it just go again. And now it's just been like this for like what, 3 weeks, a month. So.
Yeah, unfortunately, you need to go to the doctor and have one of those tubes put down your throat, but I wouldn't do it.
And I hate the diet. Well, then they're just gonna be like, "You need to quit smoking," and I'll be like, "Yeah, no shit." And then you're gonna tell me I need to quit drinking too. But
By
Forging.
the way, don't disparage Filipino women. Just saying.
No, I'm not at all. I'm just saying that
oh,
they
she's
come into
not.
chats a lot and
I'm
hit on the
kidding.
men. They
I'm
go into
just-
shorts.
I'm saying they know how to cook, clean.
Yeah, I know.
Nice,
I'm married
so
to
does
one.
yeah.
so does this woman.
And
I
they
do
don't
too,
need
and
$1
I
million.
enjoy it. And I enjoy it.
they've got strong hands.
You don't have to give them a 2-carat diamond either.
What do you mean? That was a 3.5 carat, and I'm over
Oh,
that
my
part.
bad.
It's okay.
Okay,
What do you mean they have? How do you know Filipino women have strong hands?
They have
What a
strong
thing to
hands.
say. Wait a minute.
Well,
I don't know. I don't
can
know if I want to know.
I can vouch because I'm married to one, so he's right.
That's what I'm
Strong
saying.
hands?
I feel like a lot of American women, I know it's going to get hate, but are very spoiled and entitled.
Yeah. Well, maybe the younger ones are. I'm not spoiled and entitled. I'm really
Yeah.
not.
No, I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying, just
Yeah.
in general, the ones I meet, it's like they expect it's like when you get married, do you get married just so you can take care of someone and give them all your money, or do you get married because you love somebody? I feel like that doesn't happen very much in America.
Oh man, it's been. I mean, the divorce rate was really high back in the day, and it's still kind of high. You know, it's a deterrent for a lot of people to get into. You know, I mean, I
Yeah.
guess if I'm speaking from my perspective. I have never been married. I have had no ever desire to get married.
That's because he's waiting for me.
I know a lot of people that say that lately too, that
I'm
they don't
kidding.
want to get married.
I will never get married again.
Yeah.
I could care less about that piece of paper.
It
Government's
reminds me
not
of
going to
that.
say that.
It reminds me of that Bill Burr joke. I think I did a short on it, but when he's like, you know, if you're gonna go skydiving and they say you have a 50% chance of your parachute not opening, are you gonna go? No. Well,
No.
it's anyone who gets married, it's a 50% chance it's gonna end in divorce. So why are you gonna get married? Same thing. right?
I think you should just sign a prenup. I think it's just to be standard part of the deal. You automatically sign a prenup when you get married.
Absolutely not.
Why not?
Why?
It's no biggie. Because
Well, you know what?
what if you brought millions to the plate, right? And you got some person who brought nothing except love, and then they cheated on you. Would you want to give them half your money?
No, they cheat on me. They're gonna be all busted up, go to the hospital, and
But
then
they're
they're not
still
gonna
going to
care
take the
about
money.
no. Not gonna do a prenup. It's not,
Yeah.
I would never marry a man for money. I'm not gonna date a man for money. That doesn't interest me. I can
Oh,
take care of me.
I don't care
See,
about
because
money that much. I just
technically,
don't want no one to steal mine. You know.
I've never been married because, like Howard says, and that's what I think about marriage, is I never got a marriage license or did all that because the
Amen.
government doesn't have no reason to be involved with my relationship.
That's right.
So I mean, we're married, but we're not through the state. You
So
know what
I
I
got
mean?
something to, I always got something to say. So I'm going to say something to respond to that. So I got married openly in front of all my family and friends as a declaration to all of them that, hey, we're off the market. It wasn't so much the government or any piece of paper. It was just like, hey, we're all making a statement. This is us. We're inclusive. You know, back off.
I
Right. Well,
don't think
don't get me
marriage is a
wrong.
bad no, I don't think it's
Yeah,
bad for
don't get me wrong.
everybody.
Like, because you've been married for how many years? Like, shit, a long time.
27.
100.
27 years. Now, if I would have met Nina 27 years ago, I probably would have did it the same way. But
Yeah.
now what I know, what I knew when I met Nina, then I had a different outlook on it. But yeah, 27 years ago, if I would have met Nina then, I would have got a marriage license and signed a contract with the state and did the same thing.
I mean,
I respect
I look at it as a promise before God. So whenever I go to think about divorce, or if I ever were to, or like I don't agree with someone, it's not so easy for me to get divorced because I feel like I made that commitment before God and all of my family. So now, if I
well,
do the divorce, it's much harder to do it. I'm saying you work it out more because there's more involved. I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
Well, plus you're a good father and a husband, dude. So I don't
yeah.
think you even have to worry about divorce.
Yeah, you did it with the
No,
purest of reasons, Dave, and that's I really respect that. I didn't think I'd get divorced, it's fine, but I think that if you do a commitment ceremony and God is with you anyway. That's how I feel because I have such a strong belief in God. So I don't need that piece of paper to say I'm committed to this man and they're committed to me.
I think in the old days, like, didn't the girl give the guy like a handkerchief or something, and he carried it around with him?
I
I don't
don't
know.
know.
The old days were cool,
Well, that
like,
was back when chivalry was actually a thing.
yeah,
You know,
right. It's dead now, but it was
yeah.
good.
I mean, it seems like it in some ways. I mean, I'm a Southern boy. I mean, hell, I still open. I can hold the door open for people when they walk in the store or whatever. I say yes, sir, yes, no, yes, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. That kind of thing. That's just the way I was brought up. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
me too.
Yeah, me
Um,
too.
but even that common courtesy, I guess you would call it, um, is especially. I mean, I think the Yankees they don't do that shit anyway. It seems like it.
I think there's a lot of good gentlemen out there. I do. I mean, every time I go to the store, I have a man opening the door for me. Am I going to say, "Oh, I can open my own door"? Heck, no, I'm not. I'm going to say, "Thank you very much."
I would say I would question everyone's loyalty these days, like in willingness to commit to anything permanently. They don't want to commit. It's too much trouble. They don't want to have kids because it's too hard. It's all about,
I think you're
themselves.
overgeneralizing.
Well, I'm not saying everyone. I'm saying that's what I see.
Okay.
My experience in life, that's what I've seen. Is
I,
the people that
for
tell me they don't want kids, it's like,
for
I
for
don't
me,
want kids because I don't have enough time for all that. It's driving me crazy.
well, for me personally, Dave,
Which
I
is
think
fine.
it's actually for me. It personally is just it's just. I think I'm doing the most responsible thing, not having kids. That's me for me and my personal life
I respect
because
that.
well, I mean it, I'm, I'm definitely not all together. So there, it's hard for me to just keep me going, and then to think about a significant other and children. Oh my God, I don't,
Well, now you're
can't,
just too dang old. You're too dang old to have kids now.
Well, that's a good thing too, because then it's like
No, it's not.
I don't have to worry about it unless I start dating a 20-year-old or something.
I wouldn't want people to have kids that don't want them for sure. That's not what I was
Well,
saying.
I mean, it's not that I don't like kids. I love kids, but the thing is that I don't. It's like that old saying. It's like it's a lot of people they don't. They would rather to be financially stable to have kids to. But if I'm going to wait until that moment, I'm probably just never going to have them. But
Yeah, you still got time. I was kidding about being too old.
I am getting older, but that's the thing too. Is like for instance, now if I was to have kids now, by the time I'm serious, I'd be in my 70s. By the time they turn, 20. You know,
They'd
so
be rolling you.
Mm.
They'd be rolling you.
You're
I mean,
not
it
gonna have.
depends
We're
on
not
if
gonna
it's
have
a
any
boy
little.
or a girl. Because I mean, I start thinking about the ages when they start sneaking out of the house and shit, and I'm like, oh fuck, I used to do that same shit, and I'm
Yeah.
getting too old for this shit, man. That kind of thing.
I
So,
just wanted my name carried on. That was the most important thing. It was
no,
my family name.
I have an answer to that. Just a minute. On this poll here, it should ask her or him because a woman can
Yeah,
have
I
100
was
million
trying to.
too. But it's
Yeah, no,
okay.
I was
It's okay.
because you only allowed so many whatever characters. So I was trying to do it to where it made sense, but you only get
It's
100
okay.
characters.
Yeah, it's
But
okay. Dave, when you talk about, you want to have a son to carry on the bloodline, that really bothers me, and I know you don't mean it in a mean way, but that's how a lot of men are. They'll keep trying with a woman until they have a son. And it bothers me that the daughters aren't respected more.
Oh, I respect my daughters. I tell them
I
don't
know
change
you
the
love
name.
No, I know you love your daughters, but this thing about, oh, I got to have a male to carry on the bloodline. So
well,
what?
the family name at least,
It's
on that end of
it's
it.
Okay,
just
Yeah,
you
it's
know
like a
what?
long line of your name. It's like
When I
yeah.
got married, I kept my family name and added the X's. Now that I'm
well, that's
divorced,
cool.
the X's name is going away.
That's what I'm saying. That's
And
what I
I
tell
have a
my daughter.
son. I
You
have a
should.
son, and he has my family name also, along with the married name.
Because I mean, I understand, Dave. Because I mean, I've been thinking about the idea of what am I going to leave behind as my legacy when I pass away. That's something that's been on my mind for the past 20 years. Just what am I going to because if I was to pass on right now, for instance, the only legacy I'm going to be leaving behind is all this crap I got laying around the fucking house in the yard. That's my legacy. You know what I mean? And maybe the conversations that are going to be immortalized here on the internet, uh, you know, that's what I'm going to be leaving behind. And unless I do have, well, see,
But
technically,
it
I have
demeans the
had a,
girls. It demeans the
if I
girls.
was to get actually technical, I have had a child. I had a girl when I was 16, and she went up for adoption when she was born. So technically, I have put passed on at least my bloodline, and but
Well, you see, and that's what Cheryl Rich says. Why doesn't a woman carry on the family name?
But you know what, Cheryl, with my kids, both of my kids are carrying on their mom's family name. My son has his mom's last name, maiden name, and my daughter has his mom's maiden last name.
And
I just,
they
yeah,
become a part of keeping that name going. The name
yeah,
of their husband.
Right.
I mean,
Well, which my
I'm
son
not
keeps
saying we
saying he's
disowned
gonna.
anyone. I'm just saying it's just how we were brought up. It's just
I know, but it places a very high value on the sons and not as much of a value on the daughters.
Oh, I
And
want to
that's
hear
what
it, Howard.
bothers me.
I want to hear it, Howard. I got to hear the answer.
I don't think so. I think people look for reasons to get offended and they pick them all the time, and I don't think it has anything to do with degrading women. I think it's just a man thing.
Yeah, a man thing.
I can't
It's a
have babies,
man,
so I'll
baby, a
never be as cool
man.
as a woman that can have babies to bring them up to carry on the name. I'm never gonna have
Well, I
that
mean, you think
title.
about it like a
That
family
sucks.
tree. If you were to if you were to sit here and trace out your family tree, what do you usually follow? Is the man last name basically, and that's how you follow it back. I mean, you could follow the females, you know,
I
and
guess
I'm saying that damn.
whatever you communicate to each other and you're cool with is fine with me. But I'm just saying that's just how
Um,
we were taught.
okay, Forging Thought wants his last comment read. How about I want my children to live a healthy and happy life. My legacy is that my children knew that they were loved very much and I did right by them. I think that's very nice. I think that's great. What do you think, Steve?
I like Brutal Bob's comment.
Either side or not.
Hmm.
Oh, eh, eh.
It's whatever, man. I mean,
Oh,
it's not
fortune.
about
I'm
offending
not
people.
coming down on you, Dave, and I'm really not offended. I just was bringing up
I'm just
another
old
side.
school. That's just the way we were. That's just the
Yeah.
way our family is. It's not, none of the women in
True
my
that.
family feel degraded by it.
Well, you have a very healthy family life, and that's great. You are different from a lot of men. I will say that in a very good way. How about this? My son is adopted. Does that mean he's not carrying on the family name?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
Like I'll
I just
tell you,
wondered.
I was
But
adopted too. Just since you brought that up, I was adopted. I had a dad. I was adopted by a stepfather,
Mhm.
and he asked me when I was 10 years old if I wanted to take on his name. I
Mhm.
said yes.
Oh, that's
So I
interesting.
adopted his name. So to me, now that he's gone, and he
Mhm.
did that for me, and my dad kind of was a jerk, I
Mhm.
want more than ever to carry on the name.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a very good point.
So I guess it's all experience, right? I guess it's people have different reasons. If it's like, oh, girls suck and guys are everything, and that's stupid, but that's not what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
No, I know you're not.
Snooks would just try to pick a fight.
Yeah, we're
Only
all
with
in the
you.
He-Man woman hating
No, I'm
club.
not. I'm only with you. Only with you, Wingnut, because it's so much fun. Because
You
then you
want
do
to
your laugh.
wrestle? You
Yeah, you
want to
want to wrestle? I'll wrestle with you. No, you're
Hey,
too tall to
hey,
wrestle with.
I'll video that.
He's too tall to wrestle with, and now he's put on some beef.
wrestle?
Oh my goodness.
So, man,
I
I'm
just
gonna have to
can't get
get.
over.
I'm
I
gonna
can't
have
get
to get
over.
out here and start doing some fucking sit-ups and stuff now.
She's
No,
Like,
gonna
you're
ask
not.
him to eat some
Oh,
beef.
I'm telling you, you look better than you did. You were way too skinny. You look better than you did. You're filling out your pants and your
You are
shirt.
just totally destroying this man's ego.
Well, no, his shirt used to just
Yeah,
hang on him in his camo
ki-
pants.
killed
Now he's
my
got
ego.
something to
My
put in
ego.
him. I'm actually complimenting you very highly. You're just not seeing it that way.
Well, see, we don't see things always the same way.
I know.
That's my point.
I commented on his short that he'd gained some weight. He goes, "Damn, Snooks, you telling me I'm fat? You
Right.
never comment to me when I comment on anything of yours." But he hit me on that one.
Oh, yeah, I had to respond real quick on that one. I was like, what,
He
what,
did.
what?
And then I
Hey,
emailed him. I emailed him to assure him that he looked finer than he used to.
real quick, I want to shout out Here I Am and Howard County Observer. Much love, guys. Much love. Thanks for coming by. It's good to see both of you guys. And hey, Howard County Observer. Well, it's always good to see both of you, but hope all's going well with you, brother. I haven't seen you in a little bit, man.
I don't think God thinks that, but then I'm not very biblical. But if
Well,
anybody
no,
knows
he's saying
religion,
and that's not his view.
I
It's
know.
just, yeah,
Well, I'll talk to somebody that knows the Bible very well. It's interesting.
I'm a fan of Big Bone.
Now, if you actually read the Bible, it's there's like one
Oh,
section
you
where
would know.
it says wives submit to your husbands, but then and all the ladies hate that. But then if you read it
I don't
on,
hate that.
the whole next like 3 pages is like you better have it all together. You better be providing. You better be lifting her up. You better be, it's the one verse though. They hate that when it gets taken out of context.
Thank you for that, Dave. I'm glad that you said that because, like, I do feel that men are the head of the household, and it's not that the woman is submitting to them; it's that it's cooperation
It doesn't make
and
you
doing
weak
it. It's
either.
doing it together.
Yeah, it doesn't
This is
make you
my house,
weak.
Lillian. You don't like it? Get the fuck out. This is my house. You show me
When
the
my
lick.
kids
Oh,
grew
yeah.
up,
PTC. You know how to fuck spell it, Lillian.
when my kids grew up, I said, you know what? They asked me something. I go ask your mother because she has that respected.
That's
Your mother's got the
nice.
last word, right? And it's all good with me. I don't care.
That's nice.
But I am the feared one. But
I raised my son to be a gentleman, to open doors, to pull out chairs for women, and if he ever
yeah,
hit a woman, that I'd be the first one to take him down. He wouldn't be waiting for the police.
exactly. Agreed.
So he's a really, really good man. Very proud of him.
Yeah,
I
it's
just
can't
take it.
have respect for anyone that hits a woman. And
No.
like
But
Gilbert says too, they
Unless
said
you're a
there's
guy.
never a reason. Well, there's reasons, but you just don't do it. You just don't do it.
Not when you can get out of there and leave.
But women should not hit men either.
Right, exactly. Yes, both ways.
Women should not hit men. I'm not for that at all. I'm totally against that.
Forging them, I don't think it's in the one I'm talking about. It's not. It's in the New Testament.
Especially when the woman is bigger and stronger than the man, then you definitely shouldn't.
Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If she's got a knife in her hand, doesn't matter what size she is, man. Let me tell you.
Right.
She got a knife in her hand, you can slap her. Okay. You can do whatever you have to defend yourself. If you got to knock her out, you knock her out.
From experience, that's exactly what I had to do.
Yeah.
Well, listen to him. I swear to God, you just cracked me up, Wingnut.
For me, luckily, it was my sister. So I kept it in the family, but I got stabbed.
Shit.
I got stabbed a bunch of times in my back, and I was bleeding, and I had no other choice. So I knocked her out, and that was it.
Yeah, well,
and then I went to jail. I was attacked. I was the victim, and I went to jail for it.
You know what's crazy? Have you ever thought about this for a minute? Like, just some families, there's always like 3-4 alcoholics, right? And to the kids, that's perfectly normal. But if they look at like the bread and butter house down the street who never drank, to them, you are absolute trash people. Like, I know it's judgmental. I'm getting to a point is like the kids act like and see from their view, them being involved in addictions and all that stuff. It's like, oh, this is just normal at my house. Like Cheryl Rich said, there never should be any abuse. I agree. But man, most of the families I've ever seen, there was always some sort of abuse. But then I would see like maybe one couple that didn't scream and yell, and I was like, wow, how they do it. I don't know if you know what I'm getting at, but
no, you shouldn't fight in front of the children because it terrifies them. They go and hide. Well, like I said, I grew up in a house where they didn't fight. Did the ex and I argue? Yes, we did. Well, he didn't argue. I did.
But, right? Like, what if your mom and dad smoked weed and got drunk every night and still
Yeah, I
went
wouldn't
to
be
church on
happy.
Sunday?
No, that's
I
fake.
never seen my parents fight. Ever.
Isn't that nuts? That is nuts.
Right. But then I'd go to friends' houses. Let's see, Dave. Dave knows who I'm talking about, but it's another guy. It was another guy named Dave that we grew up with, shorter dude. Last name started with an M. You know what I'm talking about. But when I would go over there, I'd see some shit.
Yeah, you like see somebody doing coke or something. It's like, wait, what? This is normal here? You just whipped out coke on the table and this is your norm?
Yep.
And then you wonder why the kids are so screwed up when they grow up and they're in school and they're getting kicked out because they're being taught to be rebellious and not to have rules.
Yep. And another guy, his name was Danny. I'd go to his house, and I knew Danny when I was like 7 years old. I knew Danny before I met you, Dave.
Yeah.
And that was a Romanian family. And holy shit, dude. I was like, I want to go back home. I want my mom and dad. But they never did anything to me, but they would just go balls out fighting and like shit flying through the air. But Danny's is like, they do this all the time. It's no big deal.
Right. To him, that was a normalized abuse was normalized in his mind. But to
Yep.
another family, they're going, holy crap, those guys are whacked. That's what I was trying to get at. It's all from
Right.
your perspective of what you see,
Yeah.
Yep.
what's normal and what's not.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I will go even a step further. You get that on a micro scale, like in your household, in your home, all right, and then you get into on a macro scale in a societal. I mean, you look at the role models that were, that are out there for children. Depravity and all this other shit. And it's like,
Look at that music.
oh yeah, I mean the music. Oh my god, music sucks. But I'm just saying, it's like, except for there are some stuff out there that are coming out, but it's like these kids were really brought up in some good homes, because I've seen some kids that are actually putting out some really good music, which is unusual. But anyway,
I think they're getting sick of it. I really do. I think like the mainstream music is so devilish and nasty that I actually think the kids eventually will get like burnt out of it, and they're gonna be like, I'm just done with this Alice, whatever, all this garbage, and I'm just gonna go over here and be somewhere in the middle because they're, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah. I mean, you cannot get sucked. I mean, you don't. I mean, well, when it comes down to me, the way I look at it personally, when it comes down to music or art or anything like that, um, money shouldn't be your drive to do it, because it will lead you down some shitty roads. And you might get some money here and there, but I mean, it will lead you down some shitty roads if you're chasing money, and producing your art and stuff like that to do that. And that's how you're doing it. It's got to come from the heart. I mean, it's got to come from your soul. And that's the reason why you're doing it. I mean, it's like doing your art just for yourself, but other people appreciate it. You know what I mean?
Think about the music they're making now, like shake this, pop it, take your pants off, let's get stoned.
Sex
Like,
sells. You know
why
what I mean?
why are 10-year-olds have access to this? Remember back in the day they would bleep it out, or we would have like big wars in court over the first explicit lyric CD. Now it's like on mainstream media, like everywhere you go.
On top of that, I mean, what drives me nuts, because I every once in a while I catch these little TikTok things, and it's these girls in nothing but body paint,
Yep.
sitting there dancing and stuff. I'm like, what? These girls don't even look like they're 14. You know what I mean? And I'm like, why do these young females feel like they gotta basically prostitute themselves out here on social media?
I'm the guy typing, you know what? You guys are becoming like, you're going to become somebody's lunch. You need to get off here.
Yeah, no
There's a
kidding.
bunch of sick people on here, and then I just leave.
Right, you know what I mean? But I don't understand that. You know what I mean? And that's part of that. I don't know what's going on in the home. The home might be fine, but for some reason, when you talk about like with the village change, raise your children or whatever, I think that shit's fucked. If you let the village raise your children, you're gonna have the village idiot, and
Oh yeah, he'll be the favorite.
Oh yeah,
because he's got all the fun stuff, and he'll give it freely.
And that's it's. I think there's a certain thing when it comes down to it. Like I said, I don't know if some of these, like for instance, I'll just use those little young girls that are doing those TikTok things, what kind of home they're really in. But it doesn't. I mean, I start looking at the psychological and the sociological type, perspective when I look at that, and I'm like sitting there thinking, I'm like, in 30 years, are they going to be proud of what they've done?
Right. Yeah, I mean, imagine like, I'm not sure what your age is, Wingnut, but like, I'm assuming you're. Oh, so you're a little bit older than us, huh?
No, I'm 50.
He's like 40.
So see, I was assuming you're the same age because I'm almost 50. Dave's 50, so we're all 50. But
I
could
was
you
glad to see
imagine
5.
when we were 12, 13, 14 years old, if we had that technology to
Oh
do
my
that, we still would, because we kind of still did, but we just didn't use the same technology. But aren't you so glad that we didn't have that technology?
We
Because
would
otherwise, that
instant
shit would still be out there.
we'd
Well,
instantly be like, "We're not coming." I'd be like, "Steve, I'm not coming over today. I'll be up in my room with my phone all day long." So catch you tomorrow.
Well,
It would have been.
remember when my dad had that video camera and I used to sneak it and we would
Yeah.
record like what if that shit was on the
right.
internet and not a
Well, that,
VHS tape?
well, that's what I'm
I
saying. It's like VHS and Polaroids. You know what I mean?
can't
um,
take that stuff back. Like
right.
we destroyed the tape.
Right.
You know,
We did. No longer
Yeah.
exists.
there was
That's
no
it.
way
Yeah.
to retrieve
It,
anything from this.
it didn't happen because it's not on video.
We were like Hillary Clinton and we acid washed that sucker.
Yeah. You can say whatever you want, you think happened, but it never happened.
Right. Yeah. Allegedly.
Yeah. Yes.
Wouldn't it
Soaked
be
it in
cool?
bleach.
You know, I was talking about earlier about how the family down the street looks down. Wouldn't it be cool if like people would actually call people out when they were wrong?
And
Like
what?
if men and women actually had backbones and would call out bad behavior, still
Well,
not be afraid.
it,
Because right in the old days, if you did that stuff in public, you would be
well, yeah.
shamed.
Well,
Wait
not
a minute.
only
Did what
that,
stuff in
like,
public? I got lost. I'm
like
sorry,
for instance,
honey.
if your kid happened to like start acting up in the grocery store, if you didn't take care of it, there would be another mother down there that might.
Oh
I
yeah,
Yeah,
do,
yeah.
but
And it
I
was
have
perfect and it was acceptable. If
Yeah.
another parent whooped your kid, it was perfectly acceptable.
as long as
I
they
Well,
have
didn't
I
find
have
out
talked
further.
about this. I've been in Walmart and seen mothers beating their kids in the toy section, and I go up and talk to the mother and get them to stop because the mother's taking out her frustration on the child. It's not the child's fault. I'm not going to stand in a store and watch some woman abuse their child. I'm just not going to do it.
I've talked
So
to
I
other
go up and
people's
I call
kids
out their
before,
BS. Huh?
and I've talked to kids in front of their parents right in the store. They're screaming, screaming, screaming.
No, I don't
Throw
do
a
that.
can of beans down by my feet, and I'm like, listen, you can't act like this here.
Oh, well, I'll say something gentle. And
You
usually,
almost
Yeah.
hit me, I'll say it. And
you
then
know,
the
That
parents
shit
kid
will look
drives
at
me
me and
nuts.
I'm like,
When
come on,
kids
man.
act like that in front of their parents and their parents are just like, yeah, whatever. It's like, dude, no.
right.
Looks like the
Right.
parents are about to cry too, because they just literally
yeah.
don't know what to do anymore.
I'll talk to the child. I'll get down to their height level and I'll talk to them. And sometimes they'll hug me. It's just that they're having a frustrating day and don't want to be in the store. So I'll
Right,
talk to
right.
them and kids like me.
No, you don't need to abuse anyone for sure.
Right.
And you don't have
Well,
to
I
be
see.
mean to the kid. You just gotta go, hey, you almost hit me with that can of beans. And
I think there's a difference between abusing and spanking.
You don't
And
spank kids in stores. That to me, you just don't do it.
well, you would have to go outside. You
I
wouldn't
don't
do it
see
in
nothing
public.
wrong with it.
Taking them
Okay.
out to the parking lot.
No, I just don't like it. Well, I don't believe in spanking.
It's like
I
it's like,
didn't
come
do
on,
that.
we're gonna get him out to the damn car. Once we get out the damn car, I'm gonna beat your ass all the way in that car. Yeah.
I
There's
got
just,
spanked growing up. I don't
I
have
well,
did too. And I'm glad I did because it taught me lessons when I needed a lesson. And that's why I don't think there's anything wrong with spanking. Now, anything beyond spanking, then it's considered abuse because, well, one, you got to punch your kid or throw them or push them down. Like that's going way too
well,
far. But
and let's be clear, you would not spank a kid because you're trying to physically harm this kid. You're trying to
right,
correct the behavior,
Right.
not trying
Right.
to tear the living crap out of this
Right.
kid.
exactly.
I agree.
Because look what happens now when nobody spanks their kids. Then they go up to strangers like Dave and throw cans of beans at his foot, and the
Yeah.
parents are just like, "Yeah, it's just the way he is."
I
We
was
get
just
All that
talking to
stuff.
somebody about this last week. They were talking about the
partic-
timeouts, right? And I'm like, aren't the prisons full of people that are doing timeouts?
Mhm.
Right.
And they
well,
come out and they do the crap again. Timeouts don't always work.
Well,
I have spoken about this. I got belted severely on my thighs because I had to wear certain clothes to school, so then the welts wouldn't show. Did it cure me or make me behave better? No, it didn't. When I moved out, I totally rebelled and went wild.
Mm.
because I
Would you
was
have
angry.
would you have done that anyway? So
Well, probably. That's not
yeah,
a fair
me too.
question. That's not a fair
Well,
question. That's
you
so
know you
unfair.
would because
Okay,
you're
but the
free.
belting wasn't right. You don't use a belt on your child.
Nah,
I
yeah,
don't think you
belt is a
need
little.
to. I don't
Dude.
think you need to use a belt.
What, Wingnut? What
I
did you
mean,
say?
No, I was sitting there thinking, I was like, my dad used to use a belt on me. I think I honestly think sometimes he could go a little bit too far because I mean, yeah,
You could.
he had a belt buckle that had the word Florida on it with a big alligator on it, and then I would
Yeah.
have like a red Florida belt buckle like fucking tattoo on my ass. Yeah.
Holy crap!
Yeah.
see, I
Yeah,
would get
now
spanked, and then my dad did make a paddle and put 3 holes in it. But as far as I remember, he only used that paddle on me once, and then all the other times was just an open hand, and it wasn't like it was just a real quick, and it took you off guard like oh, so it never really hurt.
Mm.
But
believe me,
when you're
growing up,
little and that happens, it like stuns you like oh
yeah,
what, and then you start crying because you feel like oh I did wrong, but it
Dude,
never hurt.
the snap of that leather belt, dude. I'm gonna
Oh
tell
yeah, my dad used to do
you.
that like
You
believe
don't
me,
fucking
that
you don't
shit,
forget
but he
that
never
fucking
hit me.
sound.
I
You
would have
don't
He
much
never
Well,
hit me with the
rather
belt.
been spanked when I was a kid than slammed off the walls like I was, or told I was going to be killed, or
Yeah, see, that's
you know,
abuse.
I
The
was,
slammed off the wall, that's abuse.
and that happened to me. So I was happy if you were going to give me a couple licks, and half the time I stuffed stuff down my pants or wore 3 pairs of pants because I knew it was coming.
you would.
Right.
You
See,
know,
I got great parents, dude. Never
Is
knew
that a
none of that
telephone
shit.
book in the back of your pants?
When'd
Well,
your ass get so big?
yeah, when you see your dad like frothing at the mouth, like, come
Uh,
here, it's like, dude, you need to go chill. You don't need to discipline right now. You need to go
see,
outside, have a breather.
he was taking his anger out on you. He wasn't disciplining you.
Right. He was frustrated and he
Yeah.
was angry. And that wasn't constructive discipline. That was abuse. It's
Yeah.
clear what that was.
Yeah, see that's the thing, it's like I mean I have to and from part of my view on a lot of stuff when I was growing up because my dad was ex-military, ex-police officer, so that mentality behind it, um, you know, so
Yeah, my dad was military, but you know what worked with my son was taking things away that he really loved, and I would get a garbage bag full of this stuff, and he'd have to earn it back.
Well, I mean, I told you guys before, I would get spanked at school. Our gym teacher spanked at the kids at school.
Yeah,
If,
the schools knew better than to touch my son. I told them, "Don't you ever
Yeah.
touch my son. I don't hit him. You're not allowed to hit him either."
like, if I punched somebody, they weren't gonna punish my mom by making her lose her job and come home to get me. They took me to the Mr. O'Malley who used to tear my rear end up, and I didn't see it as abuse. I just didn't like him anymore. But I mean, I was like, well, I punched him. Whatever.
I
Maybe I
don't
didn't.
think it's right. I don't
You
think
know
it's
what?
right for another person to put their hands on your child. I
Real
think that's
quick,
wrong. Yeah.
Cheryl's got a good question here because I don't think
Okay.
we've ever asked Wingnut this question.
Oh,
Because we usually ask everyone. Wingnut's been on the panel before, but I don't think we've ever asked you this, have we? Do you believe in aliens, ghosts, and or Bigfoot?
according to Snooks, Wingnut is all 3.
He's
This is
according to
true.
Snooks, he's a sexy alien Bigfoot.
This is very true. This is what size foot do you wear? What size shoe do you wear, Wing?
11 and a half.
Well, that's not
Uh-oh.
so big, but he's still alien.
That's not so big.
That's not that big.
Hey, you know what big feet mean, right?
No,
Big
it
socks.
doesn't.
Big
Big socks.
socks.
I'm glad you said that. Didn't go
Yeah.
anywhere else.
Oh,
I've
Yep.
known men who wore 13s and 15s and 16s.
Damn,
Not that I
know my
dated them. I
son.
just knew them.
My son wears like a size 13, and I wear 10 and a
Yeah.
half.
Yeah. Oh, you got
You know what
little
I-
feet.
You know what I run into a lot with the kids, with the grandkids and stuff is like when I'm around, I command a certain respect. I give them respect. I talk to them, sit down, do all that, and they don't act up in front of me. But the second I walk out of the room and they're around women, they immediately their behavior changes, and I wonder why. I'm like, is it because they're getting coddled? Are they? I don't know. It's like, what do you guys think about that?
Well, how do they change in front of the women?
They don't listen
Oh,
instantly, like a switch.
well,
Because I talk to
I
them
don't
like a
know.
man, and I say, "Listen, we're not going to do this anymore, and I'm done with it." And they're
There's a
like,
difference.
"Okay,
You're right.
Well,
Papa."
and you personally, Dave, you've always had that like aura. Hey, Gigi's aloha.
Hey,
You've always had like that aura or that vibe of like just that manly, like, yeah, I don't want to fuck with that dude. You know what I mean? You
You
just
just
give off
intimidate the
that,
hell out of them.
but not purposely though. He's not like purposely trying to do that because
no,
Dave's got a huge heart. He's a great person, but
And you don't scare me. And why
you
aren't you on
just
camera, Dave?
it's like you
feeling
just got
dumb.
that look where if you're just like that, like right away, like, oh shit, okay, I didn't, that
Yeah,
wasn't good,
some men can do that with the look.
you know.
How
Well,
tall are
and
you, Wayne?
6'1", I think, somewhere around there.
Oh, okay.
isn't there
Yeah,
like if you respect someone, normally you act good, right? Like you don't want to hurt them. You don't want to do things wrong in front of them usually when you respect somebody.
hmm.
So is there a lack of respect in kids towards women? That's what I'm wondering. Is it
Yeah.
a
They
taught thing or is
they think they can get away more with their mothers and with
I
women.
was
They
gonna
really
say,
do.
like, I don't think
Kids.
it's like a lack of respect. I think it's because one, at that young age, they don't really know any better. All they know is that they can get away with it.
It
it's
is.
more
That's
of a
true.
yeah, yeah, I think so too.
And I think women, in most families, do more of the affection with the sons and do the loving and the hugging. And I just adored my son so much. I just kissed him all the time when he was little and growing up. And that's what they get used to. So then they think they can just get away with a lot of other things.
See, and my mom was opposite. That's the weird part. Like
Oh, I was a huge mush
my
pot.
my mom was not mush with me all the time, but when I needed her, she would have gave me if I asked her for our grand, she gave me three. If I needed her to
Mm,
fix my car, she said, "Give me the number." So I always knew
that's
by her
great.
actions how she felt.
Mm.
And then
See,
Not
like
all
for
women are
me,
not all
with
women are real affectionate. I
no,
just
she
happen
with
to
she
my
be.
liked
I
that.
mom,
still am. I'm still a mush pot.
my mom could have spanked me or screamed at me, whatever, and it wouldn't have worked. But
Right.
if my mom were to say, just look at me and go, I'm so disappointed in you, that would be, I'd
Oh,
rather get a beating than
yep,
her to say that because that is what worked. When she would
yep.
say, I'm so disappointed in you, and I'd be like, oh my God, I messed up so bad. That's worse than getting hit.
I always try to tell the kids, I say, you're not a bad boy, but what your behavior, what you did was bad. And I don't, you're a good boy. I don't know why you're acting that way because that's not like you. And then I try to make sure they realize it because I always thought I was stupid.
You're not
Why'd you do
stupid,
that stupid
Dave.
stuff? Why'd you do that stupid stuff? And then after a while, you just think you're stupid.
But
So
you
you
know
got to
you're
make
not
sure,
stupid, right?
of course.
Okay, thank you. I had a calendar where my son could earn gold stars. And when he earned so many, I had like a little treasure chest with just special toys that I bought at flea markets or at thrift shops and stuff. My son loved to take apart things, like radios, transistor radios, anything you could take apart like that. So I would buy them at flea markets. Well, no, at thrift shops, and I'd keep them hidden. And when he got so many stars or he earned it, he could have one to take apart. That way he wasn't taking apart stuff in my house. I saw him eyeing my washing machine and TV, and it was like got very scary. So that was a good that helped a lot with our, just good behavior earns this.
Sorry, I was reading. My mom would threaten me with a yardstick, and I'd say, "What are you going to do? Measure me?" And then she would measure my ass.
Your ass is gonna be grass, and I'm gonna be a lot more.
Or there was always that, "Wait till your father gets home." And I'm like, "Why don't you do it? But aren't you tough?" No, because I wanted my mom to spank me. Please spank me, mom. She wouldn't.
My grandmother would.
Yeah, grandmas are good for that.
My mother never hit me, never spanked me.
Dude, I remember my grandpa Stosh, man. Rest in peace, Stosh. Love that dude. But he was strict as hell, man. I was like 17 years old. And he's like, "You want to act like a kid? I'll treat you like," and he literally grabbed me and put me over his leg and started spanking my ass. I'm like, "What the hell's going on right now?" I was like a grown teenager, you know. I'm like,
Yeah. It's like
it straightened me up though. I was like, "Shit, Stosh is right." I was kind of acting like a child, so he treated me like one.
So how do you all feel about Diddy getting off on the charges? I've been wanting to ask this all
Yeah,
week.
I don't care.
you
Don't
mentioned
care.
it yesterday, but I still haven't looked into it, so I really don't know much about it besides what you told me. Hey, New, aloha.
I was never there.
I didn't think he was off on all of them. I thought he got off on the worst ones. So maybe I'm not updated. I thought he still had 2 charges.
Well, he shouldn't have got off on anything.
Right.
Well, the
Personally,
RICO
what
one
I
he should
think.
have gotten off of.
But I think it's just because people are afraid of him because he's probably got everyone blackmailed some way or another.
Yeah, videos. I figured he had videos of
Absolutely.
somebody in their family or something. I
Well,
just
no.
wonder how he got. I mean, the jury is posted, I believe, after the trial. I'm pretty sure that it's public record.
Bread and circuses, y'all. Bread and circuses.
Yep.
Yep.
Smoke and mirrors.
So each charge that he
Exactly.
did get
That
judged
reminds
with
me.
is up to 10 years each.
It doesn't matter. They'll get reduced.
So I'm thinking he's not even going to do it.
Yeah.
No,
Dude,
they'll
you
get
just reminded me, Wingnut. I gotta find it real quick and I'll share it in chat. Definitely
What's-
check this out later, but I found this and it's weird too. I found this video last night. I wasn't even looking for it. It just popped up. And I was like, what's this one? And the name of the channel is The Hidden Library. And it's a 19-minute video. And it's like just
I agree.
crazy. It's so accurate that I'm surprised it only has 83,000 views because it should have 1 million views. But I'm going to share it in chat. Definitely check it out later.
All right.
Maybe they
Hey,
don't want
that
to
reminds me. I sent you a couple of links. Everyone, I think a couple of times, Steve. I was just wondering. I didn't know if you got them or not. But I
He
sent
has
you a
to read his
couple.
email. You have to remind him.
It's not the email. I sent them on
Oh.
just like a regular message.
Oh.
But,
I just want to. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that's it. I was just like,
Okay.
there was a couple of things I thought he would be interested in. So that's
Okay. I just want to say this about Diddy. I think he'll give up names and he won't have to serve hardly any time. I think he'll rat people out.
Gigi has a question for you.
Oh, wait.
Does he live far from the ocean?
You see
I
that?
swear to God. Why is that so funny?
Of like, he's like, okay, he probably lives about as close. Like everybody in Florida probably lives about as close to the ocean. Like he lives as close to
No,
the
I
ocean.
don't. I live an hour and a half from each side.
Steve is
So that's
basically-
still close.
That's not
Yeah.
close to me.
That's not that far.
I have to
Yeah.
drive.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, man.
That's what I was wondering if you're going to say, Gigi.
Oh, copy. All right, sorry. I just missed everything everybody just said.
So Gigi asked, have you lived near the ocean? And then said, are you 1 mile, 5 miles? Because it got a chance of tsunami coming your way.
I know you're right. Gigi, you remind Steve of that tsunami all the time. What is he going
I've
to do
been hearing
about
about that for like 3 months though, and thank God nothing's happened. But no, if it does happen, if I'm sitting right where I'm at now, we're fucked.
I'm not. I wouldn't worry about it. What are you going to do?
I don't
wouldn't worry
understand
about
why
it.
a tsunami is so dangerous, man. Because the
Dude.
tsunami will come in.
Oh,
I'll be
Never-
sitting on a big old boat riding it out.
No, you
Never
don't.
underestimate
Right
the
up.
power
Yeah.
of water, dude. It's
No.
Have you seen those Have you
In
seen those
Texas.
tsunamis? Well, the tsunamis that were happening, well, that was just recently, but have you
Yeah.
seen those tsunamis that happened in Japan? It's like,
Yes.
oh my gosh, dude. It's like this whole freaking city basically got swallowed up.
Yeah.
Well, look at
I
what
mean,
happened in Texas with that
yeah.
river rising. It
Yeah,
took a
that's
it
true
That
too.
it
Yeah.
swept away lives. I think there's
Yeah.
85 dead now. I'm not
it
positive.
was a whole Christian girls camp
And
too.
No, they're not all gone.
that
They're
wasn't
not
even
all gone.
anything
27 of them are
near a
gone.
No,
tsunami. That was just the power of water. Now a
Steve, some of those
tsunami is
girls, I mean, Dave, some of those girls were saved. I'm sorry, Steve.
No, I'm
no,
saying
Which it's still
27
brutal.
were
It's
27 weren't found, and then I think it was like 18 of them were gone, were goners
yeah, it's
so
still
far.
brutal,
Yeah.
no matter how you
Terrible.
look at it. Terrible.
Oh, brutal. Anybody dying of a flood is brutal.
And that river rose with they didn't have time to warn anybody. That's how fast it rose
I heard that they
from a
warned
storm.
people, but it like their phones were off at night and all this. I'm like, no, man. When that alert thing goes off, my phone screams across the house. I jump out of bed like,
I think it was
I,
4 a.m. in the morning, Dave.
I should,
So yeah,
I'd
it was
still be
just
up.
terrible time to hit. Just
Remember, like, wasn't it last week that they turned off 3 satellites in space for watching the weather or some crap? I just read about that. Trump did it. It's like weather radar satellites for some reason. Shut 3 of them down last week. I'll have to pull it up. But anyway, bunch of girls missing. 27 girls missing.
Yeah, I mean, you have to question with the technology that is available right now. When it comes down to the weather, if it isn't being manipulated or instigated from the beginning, because I mean, you can't blame it all on Mother Nature.
mm.
You know,
I love
yeah,
you, Gigi. I'm just not into the death and despair and moan and
I
groan and
find
not
it
living
hard
my
to
life stuff.
believe that it's not manipulated. You know what I mean?
There was a
well,
content lady that came out and said that it was murder, like because
right.
I'm not gonna say that. Anyway, but weather manipulation or cloud seeding whatever caused
Right.
that, there's a lot of people unalived.
I believe that Marjorie Taylor Greene is putting up something in Congress about the chemtrails
Well,
so that it could be stopped.
Well, it's just like plausible deniability. If they can manipulate the weather, who do you blame? Most people are like, see the fucking rain come down and all this stuff.
159
Right.
a magnitude
This was
6.6
1946
earthquake near the
and
Aleutian Islands off
1960.
the coast of
The
Alaska
last time we
generated
had
a
big.
roughly 50-foot wave that traveled almost 500 miles an hour across the Pacific Ocean.
Oh yeah, and if you want to share anything, we can, because I didn't monetize again because of the ads, so don't have to worry about copyright and shit because it's not monetized.
It took less than 5 hours for the tsunami to reach Hilo, Hawaii. Some residents saw the signs of what was coming and self-evacuated, while others went towards the shoreline to witness the tsunami firsthand. In the hour immediately prior to the
Which is the
tsunami's
dumbest
arrival,
thing to do.
an alert was issued over a police radio in Hilo to begin evacuations. The first surges from the tsunami were relatively small. However, following surges filled the bay with a great big black wall of water that flooded the residential area of Shamanshi and Hilo. The tsunami came ashore with several powerful surges, destroying almost a third of the city. Multiple railway bridges connecting Hilo to the island's sugarcane industry failed, forcing a change to heavy trucks for sugarcane transportation. The Hamakua sugar mill was also destroyed by the tsunami. Lapahoehoe, about 20 miles north of Hilo, was decimated, the local school included, claiming the lives of 23 students, 4 teachers in the process. Today, a memorial in Lapahoehoe commemorates the events and the
Dude said go away because the water no good, but everyone thought he was crazy, and then bam.
tragic loss of life from the 1946 tsunami in Stone.
The
One
animals
incredible
usually
survivor
know.
from the 1946 tsunami, a 16-year-old freshman from Lapahoehoe High School, was washed out to sea as powerful surges from the tsunami receded. Scrambling in the debris, he cobbled together a makeshift raft and soon saw fellow students struggling in the currents, barely conscious. He dragged 2 other boys onto the salvaged raft. The currents carried the boys northwest, with nobody knowing their situation, until a search aircraft spotted the boys, dropped them a life raft, 2 collapsible oars, and snapped a photo. Battling the occasional shark, the boys drifted along the coast. The next day, a small girl spotted the boys off the coastline, more than 40 miles from La
The
Bohoi,
crap
and
does
ran to get
battle a
help.
shark mean?
3 local
Steve?
men immediately.
What's that?
He just said occasionally battling a shark. I'm like, what does that mean? You're just not going to explain what that was? How do you know this is true? They were beating the shark with an oar. They're in a raft, right? I'm assuming Jaws didn't come up. I don't know. I'm not saying don't believe it. I'm just saying what. That's a huge
Yeah,
thing.
no, it's just water is so powerful, man. Like,
It
doesn't
is.
matter how good of a swimmer you are. If that wave comes in and takes you and you get stuck in that undertow or the undercurrent or whatever, dude, it's just, you have no power compared to the power of water.
You gotta
No, it sucks you out. There's nothing you can do.
Right.
It's the suction. It sucks you out.
find you a big oak tree and like hang a big rope from it. So if it does come in, you just wrap
God,
yourself.
what was that movie they made? I think it was down. God, was it Vietnam? It was someplace down around that area where they had a tsunami. They made a really great movie about it. Not a documentary, just a really great movie.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, that I forgot. That was a different country, but I know what movie you're talking about.
Yeah, it had Naomi Watts in it, and
Yeah,
God,
based on true stories. So.
that movie had me biting my fingers.
Mhm.
So I remember I just said the Congresswoman, this Candace Taylor put this on Instagram. It says
Much
fake
love,
weather.
Jay.
Later, bro. It says fake weather, real damage. Hurricane Helene left me powerless for 16 days and cost 57,000 in damage. This isn't just climate change. It's cloud seeding, geoengineering, and manipulation. It's fake weather causing
Yep.
real tragedy, and that's called murder. Pray, prepare, and question the narrative. These are people in our government. And then at the bottom, tag noaa.gov, science.com, and something else as her backup for what she was talking about. So you could check out the stories.
That's basically what I was saying a little bit ago. I find it hard to believe it wasn't manipulated.
Well, 15 inches, weren't we reading last night that 15 inches fell in some places? Like 15 inches. How does that happen?
I don't know, but a place in North Carolina, Chatham County, their hospital got warned that there was going to be a river flooding, and they need to prepare for that.
Today
And
or
that was
what?
just this afternoon.
Wow.
No, I looked up the weather. It was a lot of rain. And
Yeah,
they were going to
today
have a river flooding, so.
today the weather said in Michigan that we had a 1% chance of a tornado today, and there was a tornado today.
Where did it hit?
It was up by Gladwin.
1% chance. And
Less than 1%. Yeah.
that's just amazing. Where's James?
Here's what Camellia is talking about, 2004.
Yeah.
This is
That's
the
it,
movie.
Thailand.
Jesus Christ, look at that.
This is the
That's
movie
it.
they made out of it. Yep.
Excellent
They made a
movie.
movie about.
I guess I wouldn't be able to
I know,
vote
I can
over
see
that.
it.
Yeah.
That wave is a good 15, 20 feet tall. Easy.
Yeah, run.
Get in.
Dude, yeah, like nothing will hold it back. It's just
No, just heartbreaking.
I remember watching that on TV. That was so freaky. Wow, it's pulling them all back out.
yeah. I mean, you can't. Like I said, doesn't matter how strong you are, or good of a swimmer you are. It's powerful, man.
Oh, I remember. You know what I remember is the next day, like the water from where it normally was from tide, it was like 300 meters away from the normal beach. Like you could walk out across
Yep.
all the way out where the ocean normally is, 300 meters out into where the ocean normally sat. And people were like, yeah, all our docks are dry. I mean, it eventually came back.
It's
No, that's what
heartbreaking.
that's when you know a tsunami's coming, when the shoreline's receding and receding. That's what I think it was like trying to find it still. If it was the 1940s one in Hawaii, but and all the like the school and the kids were out there and they're like, oh look, all these fish are flapping around. Like, look, we're walking way out because they had no idea that that meant a tsunami was coming because all that water going back was coming back.
If I saw water going back, I'd be running.
I'd be
as
running the
fast
opposite
as I
way.
can to the highest
Yep.
place I could get to.
Yeah, me too.
But what I was trying to say was that this wasn't from the initial water coming back. This was the next day after it already had went back into the water ocean. It was 300 meters out further, and eventually it came back to where the sand was before, like over the next week. But people were walking across where the ocean normally was. There's fish and everything, and so it's bizarre. I was like, this is like from God or something. This is crazy. Like Moses, you're walking out across water, dry land where water's supposed to be. And they're videoing going, yeah, normally I fish about here. It's normally about 12 feet deep, but today there's no water here.
Hmm.
It was kind of
Wingnut,
spooky. Yeah. Go ahead.
Wingnut, speak up. You're being too quiet.
Well,
You're not giving me a
yeah,
chance to interrupt you. Now you did.
um,
Thank you.
yeah. So, yeah,
Go.
I've seen some weird stuff over the years, man. So yeah, ghosts and Bigfoot. I don't really know. I mean, I have a theory that Bigfoot is a Nephilim, but and then let's see here. What was the other one?
Aliens.
Aliens. Well, I'd be kind of narrow-minded to think that. Put it this way: I'm more afraid that we're the only ones out there because we're gonna fuck it all. We're fucked if we're the
I
only
think
ones out
we're
there.
the aliens.
Right.
We are.
But so, and I just don't want to. I don't. My gut tells me that there's more than just us out there. So put it that way. So yeah. Anyway, to get Cheryl's question at a later date.
25 hours later.
Oh yeah, man. It was yeah.
You never know. I could be an alien wing and I could be very attractive to you.
Very, very, very well could be. You could be like, what was that one thing in Men in Black? You know?
I don't remember that one.
She could
But
also be the cockroach.
Yeah.
never know.
the cockroach, that is
You
just
never know.
cruel. Cockroaches don't talk. La
Palomino bug.
cucaracha.
La cockroach, la cockroach.
I don't know. I think Wingnut's waiting for an alien woman. I don't think you'll settle for anything less. I just don't.
Well, I mean, if I get superpowers, that would be awesome.
I want
Where are
George
you going to get
Jetsen's wife.
superpowers from?
You know, like, it'd be like, who knows, man? Just like, I mean, I could be like the Captain Kirk of 2024, man.
Well, they said there was a worldwide flood that killed everybody. So how do we know what was here before that happened?
No, the
Right,
mud
yeah,
flood
how
did
do we
not
know?
happen. No, the mud flood did not happen. That's what you're speaking of.
It did happen.
No, it didn't happen.
Yes, it did. There's so much
No.
evidence.
Yeah, there is a
Peanuts-
lot of evidence.
Peanuts did a real Nuthouse did a really good video on that, and
Well, Peanut's crazy. I'm not listening.
he's actually quite clever and smart.
I
But
know
he did a
you
really
like
good video on it.
I
I
like
like
him
him
too.
okay. He's a friend. He's a
I
friend.
like him. I'm just saying it happened.
He did a good video on it, and it was disproven. You can't prove that it happened.
It was not. They found the boat on the top of Mount Ararat in Turkey.
Oh my God, that's Noah's Ark. What are you talking about? That
The
had nothing to
flood.
do with the mud flood.
I don't know what the mud flood is. What are you talking about?
Okay, well, you're
Mud
talking about
flood.
different flooding than I am.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay,
We can agree on that.
Yeah, okay, we can agree that we're talking totally different and don't understand
We're
each other.
fighting about nothing right now.
Camellia, this one I'm showing right now is the 2011 tsunami in
Mud
Japan.
flood.
But that's
Oh.
funny. You guys are having two different conversations. Didn't even
Right.
know it.
So how many years ago was the tsunami in Thailand now?
That was
think they said
2004.
4,
So it's
Wow.
2004.
20,
Goodness.
21 years.
If this is the same one I'm thinking about, man, then dude, this one is really wild to watch. This
Yeah,
one,
this one's 2011.
yeah,
Where's
Japan.
this at?
Japan.
Oh, okay. That's the one that hit the nuclear plant, isn't it? Or is that a later one?
Gosh, I can't remember now. Think about it.
I think there was a later one that hit the nuclear plant. God, I can't remember the name of the plant.
Fukushima.
Maybe.
That was the big. That was the earthquake that caused them. I know that. Fukushima is what caused the
That's
tsunami.
funny.
Oh, was it?
It was like a 9.1 earthquake, I believe.
Well, what was Fukushima then? Fukushima?
That was the nuclear plants that were on the edge of the ocean that cracked.
That didn't
open.
cause that didn't cause the tsunami.
I
The
thought it.
tsunami hit and cracked those plants. That's
No,
how
the
that's what I
earthquake.
think.
The earthquake did.
Oh, the earthquake did. Yes.
And
Okay,
and
we
then
can
the
we're
waves went
agreeing.
across the ocean
Yes.
to the other places, and
Yes. We're
Okay.
green. Oh my God.
I thought we were yellow, but
Yeah.
said, like,
I got
got it.
that.
You
I
got it.
got it. I got it.
Seeing if you're quick on your feet.
Sometimes.
Holy shit! Look at that water.
Only
dude.
when I
That's-
gotta pee.
Okay, be right back.
I like what News said. Mud flood. That's what I call a visit to the bathroom.
Pretty much. Yeah, the power water is amazing. I always thought, like, from the Noah's Ark story, it says that water came from the ground and it rained for 40 days and nights. But it also says the earth opened up and the wells of the deep came up. And whenever I look at like the Grand Canyon, I think that could have easily been where it opened up.
True.
Because what else made that Grand Canyon?
Right.
Like
And
that?
I mean, have you ever been there? Dude? It's freaking. I've been
It's amazing.
once, a fucking small section of it, and it's like, wow.
Yeah, I don't know what else could have made that. How tall do you think the walls of the Grand Canyon are?
Shit. Very tall. Or
Yeah,
how deep does it go? Very deep.
500 feet? More than that?
I honestly don't know. Like some of where how I'm an East Coast man, you know.
Right. How come we have had no useless facts tonight in the chat? I'm waiting for a useless fact of the day.
Yeah, where's wildlife, man? Where you at, wildlife?
He gone. He
Yeah, we
gone.
need this day in history.
Yeah, full of fucking useless facts.
We should do a show. It's called This Day in History with Wildlife.
Would you ever live in like Louisiana, like where it's below sea level in that little bowl area? And they got levees up to keep the water out. It's like after Katrina, man, you would think that everybody that had any kind of money or means would get out of there. It's only a matter of time before it happens again. Because it's literally, if you look at it, it's like a spoon. It's below sea level there.
Yeah.
So for it to fill up with water is not an amazing event. It's
Well, if you know what the city will probably do if if anybody wants to do any building there, they'd have to come up to like bring the house like up to a certain level, or bring the ground level up.
Yeah.
That'll be part of the code or whatever in that area from now on, or some shit too. Probably. I don't know.
When I read the story about the Texas flood, I was telling Steve last night that the ladies that survived that said the entire highway and road out of there washed out. There was just no way to leave. Like
Yeah, I watched some videos when I got home last night on it, and it's pretty wild. again, never underestimate the power of water, man. It's like,
I'm sorry the water got to me and I had to take a break. What were y'all talking about?
There's a bladder issue, but
Well, I drink a lot of
don't
water
blame the
too.
water. Don't blame the
I
water.
have a small bladder and I drink a lot of water.
She was
Just want to say
focusing
that.
on that wave coming in, and it's like, oh shit, I gotta go.
Yeah, I gotta go to the bathroom now.
It's
Yeah.
vibrations.
I was caught in a very big wave on an island which tumbled me and I thought I was going to drown.
It hurts, don't it?
Well, it didn't really hurt me. It really put the fear of God in me, I'll tell you that, because I have a fear of drowning, even though I'm a good swimmer. I used to dream about drowning. And
Mm.
so this island had a gentle side and a rough side, and I was on the rough side at a party, and I decided to go down the beach by myself. And I went in the water and got caught into a bad wave and got tumbled over and over, and it was terrifying. But I'm still not scared of the water.
I'm looking. Blue Unicorn is explaining something here.
He's explaining everything that you will never understand because he's brilliant.
He is brilliant. The most flood is from the Zuzdura story from Sumar, and it only flooded the known world of Sumar, which was all around the Black Sea when it was freshwater lake.
Right, right.
But I know there is somewhere like out there in the ocean where two bodies of water meet and they don't mix. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but it's like darker water and then lighter water. I don't know why they don't mix. I have no idea, but I have seen that plenty of times. You know what I'm talking about? Anyone? It's like two bodies of water meet,
oh yeah,
like a
yeah,
line down.
yeah.
Weird. It's like they don't.
It is. I've seen that before. It is. It's really weird. Like, how does that even work?
Isn't one salt and one's not salt, or are they both salt water?
Could be, but
Because I have a vague thought of what you're thinking about. I just don't know the name of it or anything else, but yes, I have seen it.
Yeah.
Well, here you go, Dave. Here you go. The Grand Canyon is 277 miles long,
wow.
up to 18 miles wide, and attains a depth of over a mile, anywhere from 6,000 feet deep.
So if there was no ark and no flood, we have to explain the Grand Canyon somehow.
Yeah,
mile
salt
deep?
water, fresh,
Earthquake
over
could
a
have
mile
caused it.
deep.
Wow.
Earthquake could have caused it.
Goodness. A mile deep, up to 18 miles wide, almost 300 miles long.
Big earthquake.
A
Huge.
earth-ending earthquake.
Huge.
Yeah, one hell
Huge.
of an earthquake, man. Damn.
What if the flood was from the ground, man? What if the ground opened up and all that water came out?
I don't dispute Noah's Ark and that flood at all. I was talking about something completely different, so I don't dispute that.
The reason I say that is because when we want water out of the ground, what do? We drill and we get a well. So
Yeah.
there is water in the earth.
Yeah, definitely.
Well,
Definitely.
I read a story. Now I don't know if it's true or not, but I
Oh,
read a
this is gonna be
story.
good.
Well, there's a story I read just recently that some people were doing some like ground penetrating radar type of stuff, whatever. Well, they ended up finding out that there's an aquifer that's actually that's probably larger than all the oceans combined, sitting underground. As you know, when it comes to like I said, I don't know if that's actually true or not, but I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of water under there. I know that for sure. I just don't know how much.
Why don't you know how much? You know a lot of things. Go find out.
Well, no, I mean, because I mean, there's underground rivers and stuff like that. So I mean, there's a lot of it circulates. It's one big ecosystem. You think about it when it comes in, even when it evaporates and comes back down as rain. You know what I mean? It's a whole process of
Well, we have an aquifer in Florida.
Yeah.
There's underground rivers in
I
the
can get-
ocean. There's
can
like
get a
rivers
hot-
flowing under the ocean. So you can go in the
Oh, yeah.
ocean and
Yeah.
there's another. It's weird how that shit works.
Yeah.
I can
So
get
I
a
mean,
Aquafina at any gas station.
yeah.
Just saying.
No, we
We're-
have an aquifer in Florida. That's why you can't build basements.
I can get it anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
why you guys got like the ground giving way and stuff. That stuff scares the crap out of me.
I know we haven't had sinkholes in a
Sinkholes,
long
man.
time, have we, Wingnut?
So what now?
Sinkholes. I haven't heard of one in a long time.
It
Yeah,
only
it's been
took
a,
the
we
been a
one for
long
me.
time.
we
Yeah.
live on top. I live on top of a mountain sticking out of the ocean.
Really?
That's what Hawaii is. It's just a mountain that's in the
Yeah, that's
ocean,
true.
and we're on top of it.
That's
Do you
true.
remember the
But we can't have
story?
basements either.
Remember the story of the hole underneath the guy's house, and his brother was sleeping in bed, and the hole opened in his house, and his bed just plummeted 80 feet or whatever and killed the brother, and his other brother came in, and his floor was gone.
You talking
This
about Florida?
like 10 years ago, yeah.
Oh, we lost part of a dealership in Florida in Winter Park that fell into a sinkhole.
Well, the brother goes in the house and he's yelling for his brother, and he opens the door and there's no floor anymore in the house,
Ugh.
and his brother's
Oh, wait a
80
minute. Is
feet
that the one
down.
where he was in bed and he fucking fell down? The thing
Yeah, and he
opened up.
ended up,
That's what he's
yeah,
saying, yeah.
Yeah. I remember
Thought
that story. That was a
you
while
can't,
back ago, but yeah, I remember that story.
they didn't let you go back to the house either. They're like, nope,
Yeah.
your stuff,
No.
you can't go in
Well,
there.
it kept on getting bigger over
Yeah.
time. Yeah,
But
on
I
its own.
think that was more than 10 years ago, because it seems to me
Yeah.
we had a couple years where we had quite a few sinkholes open up and take houses and stuff. And since then, I don't remember any opening up.
Well, wingnut, that's just natural for me that it just keeps getting bigger over time.
Yeah.
Wait a
But
minute. Are we talking about the
oh
same
wait,
thing?
never mind. Sorry, I got.
Are we talking about
Yeah,
He's
did you
talking about his
divert?
nose and his ears.
You diverted, you
yeah.
detoured. Well, my mind went a
What you
completely
say?
different way into the gutter, okay? Oh, God. Just open up the trap door and push me in. Thank you very much.
Got him.
Yeah.
You got him.
So
Well, this happens all the time.
I'm gonna play this as TikTok. We shouldn't
What
get
is under the parrot? No, you can play anything. It doesn't matter where it's from, Dave, because it's not monetized, so it doesn't matter.
Here we go. This is the two water bodies meeting and not falling in love.
There's a place on Earth where two oceans meet but don't mix.
That's so
In the
crazy
Gulf
to
of
me.
Alaska, the
Look at
North
that. It's
Pacific
so
and Arctic
weird,
Ocean
right?
waters come together, creating a striking visual boundary where they meet but remain distinctly separate. This phenomenon occurs due to differences in water density, temperature, and salinity. It's like a natural wonder, a real-life clash of titans right in our oceans. If you found this as fascinating as I do, make sure to follow for more incredible facts.
It's like ocean in Hawaii meets lakes in Michigan.
Wow.
Isn't that nuts?
Thanks, Dave, for finding that. That was really
You're welcome.
fascinating. It was.
And I know I'm always Bible thumping everybody. I'm just saying, but there is a verse in there that says that God told the water where to go, and it stays where it's supposed to be.
That's amazing. I don't mind you being Bible based. I like to hear about things like that. I'm not Bible based. I go to a dear friend who is, and if I want religious information, and she's great, and I get my questions answered
No,
because I had lots of questions.
nobody's right all the time either. I don't know exactly what happened. I wasn't alive, but I mean, when we're in school, we're taught George Washington was real and Thomas Jefferson was real, and that they did all these things, and we learned it all, and we all took it in as truth. And we weren't there, and we don't know, right? It was just a historical thing written down, but we choose to believe it. For me, the Bible is the same thing. For me, it's like a history book. You can find the places in the Bible where they say there'll be things come true out of there. Everyone believed in Nostradamus for a while, but 10% of his stuff comes true, and they chose to believe that. But the Bible's
Well, I mean, people still believe in fortune cookies, so.
Right. So it's
But
whatever.
I know you said this earlier, Snooks, but I agree with you on it because I never get sick of it either. It's just fun to watch.
Yeah.
GG skydiving is an awesome
love
video.
it.
You gotta check it out. I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. She is a better man than me. Because I could not do that.
She's
Bigger
more
balls.
woman. No, she's more woman than you.
She's got bigger balls than I do.
Right.
Yeah, but look at how happy she is. She's just like,
I
I
know.
just love this. I love her face in this. Love you, Gigi.
I mean, I
You're
want
so
to, but I couldn't do it.
you are so badass.
Thing that's funny to me is the guy's wearing a helmet and a face mask and glasses, and she's not wearing none of that stuff. Like, yes.
Do
Right?
you know
Like
how
you're safe.
happy
Wait, are you safe? Am I safe or are you safe?
I don't
It's
need
like
your stupid helmet.
I guess you
you
don't
know
have to worry about bugs getting in your mouth when you at that height.
I would
you know
eat
how,
him.
do you know how happy that guy is to be hooked on to Gigi? She's a
Yeah, were you
beautiful
feeling
woman.
a
Yeah,
little?
look at him. He's pretty happy. No, don't say it, Steve. No, go
Yeah,
ahead.
okay, okay.
I
I
know what
won't.
you're gonna say. Okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I knew
Doing
what you were gonna say.
Superman.
Gigi will know. I know. She's
He
just
had,
like
he had extra equipment back there to keep her safe.
It
To
just
keep her
looks
safe.
weird.
Right, right.
You guys are ruining my visual completely. I'm enjoying the
No, this
insanity
is
of
an
it.
awesome video. I'm gonna put it in the chat, so you guys gotta check it out. She deserves like 1 million views on this.
she does. She does. Just the joy. And Blue, it's so funny to go from the skydiving to does she play guitar?
Is the earth flat or round? Quick.
It's round.
Is the
And
earth
she
flat
landed
or
good
round?
too. I would never do
everybody
this.
everybody knows it's the shape of a pretzel.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know you think that. Would you ever do this, Wing?
Coming in hot.
Look
Well,
at how good she came in.
if I had the opportunity,
Wow. That was a
I'd give
butt
it a
razzle.
shot. It's like why
That's
not?
a
Really?
wedgie. For
Hmm.
sure
If I
had a
had the
wedgie.
opportunity, I've just never had the opportunity. So
Well, I ought to pay for you to do that just for the fun of you making a video and we can see it.
What does it cost to jump out of the plane?
I don't have any idea. Idea. I say idea. IDEAR. Okay.
I mean, you're gonna have to go through some classes. I'm assuming for just to know what
Well,
you're doing
yeah.
in the
Well,
first
it's not.
place.
Yeah, but you can do it the same day. It's not like you
Yeah,
have to
yeah,
take eight
Oh,
hours of
yeah.
classes. So.
your ears hurt?
It's like here,
Oh,
Mm.
just like jump off of this thing, and then everything's okay. And then pull the cord.
what's up,
That's
Ken?
it.
And Wing, I'd make sure you got a big bulky man to ride with, not a woman.
I didn't think about the ears popping from that height. That would be weird.
I didn't
Yeah.
either.
Well, you got to pop them on the way up, basically.
You got to
Yeah,
chew gum, or I would be chewing
and then
gum. But
yeah, that works. I'm a, I got a certified scuba diver a long time ago, and so I mean, same thing on the going down in depth.
Yeah, dude. That's another thing that I'd be scared to do because of the bends and there's like, yeah, you gotta be
Well,
careful doing that.
yeah, I mean, it just depends on how deep you are and how long you stay down. You get that nitrogen build up in, so yeah.
there's a pool. I believe it's in Abu Dhabi or something. I think it's like the deepest pool in the world. And it has like station rooms where you go up so many feet and then you go and rest in a room for a little while and then you go back up to another level. But you can go there and dive really, really deep.
Yeah.
It's like, they built it and then filled it with water, obviously, but it's like a fake shipwreck and all this stuff. Looked cool though. Maybe I'll find a picture of it. But yeah, they were saying like if you come up too quick, you'll get bubbles in your
Yeah.
veins and die.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. You can't come
Uh,
up faster than your bubbles. You have to actually go slower. And when you're like coming back up to the surface, it's like you got the bubbles that you put. You don't go faster than them. You actually go slower than that to make sure. You know. You know. Um,
they should fuck you up, if not kill you.
yeah.
Steve, I just put the link there for Ken. Okay. Okay.
Oh, did
Now,
you? All right, I
now
did
you're doing
too.
a Dave. It's okay. Well, it's
Oh,
just double
sorry.
posted now. It's
I
okay.
would, yeah.
You pulled a
Yeah,
Dave on me.
definitely go give them a
Yeah.
like. And yeah, Ken's been putting videos out. And Aloha Black Watch.
Actually, yours is prettier than mine anyway.
whatever.
You're welcome, Ken.
Whatever.
Whatever. I like to tease. I like to tease you any chance I get. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Okay.
watching in a different
Okay,
tab, and
okay.
I hit the like for Ken's premiere. So
I did too. Except you got number one. You're number one. You're number one, Steve.
first,
You got the number one crown. You look stupid in it, but that's okay.
Okay, so the pool is 60 meters deep.
Wow.
dude, that's like when Blue Unit, like when friends ask if I want to go climb Long's Peak, I say no. Same thing here with like they call it the Stairway to Heaven. Those stairs that are half gone and it's dangerous as shit. It's closed down, but people still go.
Where are
But like
those?
12 on Oahu, Hawaii,
Oh,
over
okay. Thank you.
Kaneohe. But like 12, 13 years ago when I still lived in Kaneohe, my neighbor, called him Smitty. He was in the military and his kid was like 11 at the time. But he'd always be like, dude, we're going to go climb the stairs, man. Tomorrow morning, you should come with us. I'm like, I'm not going. He's like, whoa, dude, my 11-year-old son does it, and he's fine. I'm like, well, you're stupid for bringing your kid with you to do that shit. But there's tons of stories how people go missing and unalive because it's a man-made stairway that was made I don't even know how long, but like 50, 60, 70 years ago. And half the stairs are missing and it's really steep and it's not safe at all.
See, Wing, there's other people that aren't subtle too, like Steve. In fact, Wing, if you want to talk about being subtle, you are so not subtle.
Oh, I don't claim to be subtle.
Okay.
Honestly, because I mean, I honestly, the way I see things, in my opinion, for how I deal with things, I'm blunt.
Yeah,
and I'm very, I kind of say what I want to say.
Yeah, but I like it. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah, some people are weird about that, though. You know what I mean? Because they're just like, they're expecting, or they're so used to people walking on eggshells and, kind of like that politically correct type of whatever. I'm like, fuck all that bullshit. Fuck your feelings, that kind of shit.
Ew, you're mean. You just hurt my feelings.
So, I mean, I don't know. It's just weird, man. And,
I find that women don't like it when I'm blunt, but I've been blunt with a couple men, and then I apologize because I feel like it sounds so bad, and they go, "No, I like it that you're blunt like that." I think men take it better than women do, and so that's being kind of sexist, but I do.
Feelings are gay.
Well, I'm just very happy, okay? I got my feels, all right? Don't hurt my feels.
But no, it's one of the things.
I am weird like that. I'm totally weird, Neil, and I'm so glad you came back because I was worried I'd hurt your feelings. I'm sorry if I did.
It's like feelings.
Gay!
JD! That doesn't sound like what you think it sounds like. Sounds like JD.
Never try to be quiet from it. All right,
What
here
happened?
it
You
is.
stopped
I
it.
found it.
About time.
I found it.
Oh, Dave done did it.
Are you guys ready for this?
He done found that shit.
Here it is.
This
What are we
is the
looking at?
world's deepest swimming pool, 200 feet deep. It's called
Oh, I
Deep
seen
Dive
this.
Dubai, and it's not just a pool. It's an entire
Look at how
underwater
many
city
rooms
with
there are.
140 million liters of water and over 50 rooms. It offers a one-of-a-kind experience. You can play real games like table tennis, chess, football, even ride a bike and work out, all underwater. But to dive here, you'll need a proper diving suit. And if you want to experience it,
That's
be
where they
ready to
keep
pay
all
up
the
to
missing women.
$360 for just 1 hour. Would you dare to dive this deep?
I How deep did he say it went?
What in the world? He's so dumb.
How deep have you gone, Wingnut?
Shoot, I don't know, probably a couple 100 foot or something like that. I mean, it's it was like, what was a place called Blue Springs, I think it is, down here in Florida. It's just a spring. It goes way on down, and then and like I could get down to a certain part of depth. It's like all, it's pitch black, unless you have a flashlight with you. Um, but that's like there's like a big rock that's like blocking the majority of the way, so it kind of gets really narrow, and the current gets really, you can't really get past there. People have tried; they've gotten stuck and drowned right there in that spot, and
Yeah, it is
so
Blue Springs.
I think it is Blue. Yeah, I think it was Blue
But we have
Springs.
others. We have other springs here too that are pretty much that deep and have caves and stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
and then also I've been out on the ocean too. I mean, I went down to like West Palm. I've been down to the Keys and stuff like that when it comes down to diving, and going about 4 or 5 miles offshore out there on the reef. You know, um,
there's a customer of mine. I won't say his name, but we call him Superman because me and my buddy think he looks like Superman. I mean, he's a good-looking dude. He's well built and military guy. But last time I did work for him a few months ago, I don't know how it came up, but it was about diving. I was like, no shit, you do that, But he doesn't scuba. It's all he just holds his breath and goes. And he was showing me pictures. It was so impressive. I was like, dude, you do all that with no gear? You just hold your. How do you go so deep and hold your breath that long?
I mean, yeah, that's what they call free diving. I'm not really.
Yeah,
I can't. Well, I mean, there's guys that do that. That sit there and they like we get like the conch shells and stuff like that, and do that for like almost like a job. I used but
Yeah, that's true.
I've seen and then
Yeah.
but I don't know. I don't have the lungs for that. I smoke too damn much.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Gee,
I'd be like 5 feet down. I'd be like, I'm out of breath.
Yep.
Right.
Done. I wouldn't even go 10 feet.
Yeah, but yeah, he would like show me pictures. He would, hey, Scully Papaloha in North Shore. He's like, and he showed me pictures of like shipwrecks and all this like super cool shit. It just blew my mind that he did it with just free diving. It's like, wow.
Yeah, shipwrecks are kind of. I mean, you got to be careful with shipwrecks, but and cave diving, that's another thing too. Cave diving, the biggest thing about cave diving, people forget which way is up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to realize the bubbles will always go up. And some people forget that. And
they get disoriented.
They get all kind of weird. Next thing you know, accidents can happen. That's the same thing with shipwrecks because there's sharp edges. You never know what could happen. So you got to be careful with that too. But it's really, really cool to explore.
Too,
Yeah, that's my biggest thing. I'd rather deal with an alligator versus a shark, personally. You know what I mean? I don't.
Yes, sir.
I don't want to deal with either.
Well, yeah.
When I was married, the ex's parents offered to pay for all the kids and their spouses to have scuba diving lessons. And I was probably the only one that opted out of it because I have a fear of depths of the ocean. And I didn't want to rely on oxygen or the scuba tanks to have to breathe. I don't know. It just freaked me out. So then when they all got certified, the ex's parents took them all to the Turk and Caicos Island. But I didn't go. I stayed home because I don't fly either.
You should repeat the name of whatever island you just said because it sounded like Turk
and Caicos.
Who you calling a dyke?
I know. You want those fighting words?
Turk and Caicos Island. I think I'm saying Caicos Island. Maybe it's the Caicos Island.
What does that mean?
Maybe it's Turk and Caicos. I don't know.
Well, if we're talking cake, I can handle it. But
okay, they have lots of cake down there, so it's called the Caicos.
Turk and Caca.
And they got
Island.
turkey too. Turkey and Cake Island.
No mustard.
We just rename it. So how's
Spooky.
your bike doing, Dave?
It's I'm still part of the club that I
No,
joined,
what is
the
it called?
Drivewaymen,
Driveway.
and I haven't driven it once out of the
Well, you said you were going to take classes, so that's good. Just don't live in fear of that bike.
No, I sit on it. I just
You sit on it. Oh no, I'm not afraid of it. I sit on it.
I was mad today because it was raining, and I'm like, it's raining on my bike. Nothing better fly into it.
No, but he puts a green screen behind it and then sits on it, puts a fan in front of him, and then records himself.
Yeah, and then get your motor
Hair
running.
whipping back.
I can see him doing that.
And his wife's in behind the fan throwing like bugs at him.
Right.
Right.
Adventure.
I can see you. That's hysterical,
I'm
Steve.
gonna make that. I'm gonna make a parody.
I love
Head out on the
that.
highway, looking for adventure.
Adventure.
His wife's
Whatever come
flies
my
at him.
way, except
The
for
grasshopper in the mouth
kidnap.
right there.
Yeah, just have part of it hanging out.
Yeah.
Right.
That'd
What's in
be
my teeth,
epic.
baby? Can you get me out of my teeth?
Yeah.
I thought if you rode a Harley, the bugs were afraid of you. They lied. But
It got me on a giggle fit.
mainstream media.
Oh my god.
Forging.
I don't have my
I'm not
leather.
afraid of it. I sit on it. Shit, if I had $1 for every time I heard that. That's a good
sit on
one.
it like they made me. The boys on July 4th, we had about 50 people over, and the boys made me go start it up at 1 a.m. And I'm just sitting on it, revving it, and they're just going, yeah. Now, like, yeah, let's
You
power.
started it up at like midnight last Sunday when we were live.
I know the neighbors are gonna hate me. Start yelling, born to be wild.
Hey, Neil, from what I heard, not only does Dave have chaps, but he has assless chaps.
No,
Oh yeah.
no.
I got a
no
pair of
imitation.
assless chaps too, man. Yeah.
A guy, that's what I was gonna buy a bike, and his wife goes, "We have extras. We have the jack, and we got chaps." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not. No, thanks. I'm not.
Okay,
I
I
don't
don't
want
want to
the bike.
imagine. Yeah, I'm very
I don't want the bike."
visual. Tell me, Wing, why do you have chaps? Because you
Because
had a bike once.
yeah, I used to have a bike. Yeah.
Ooh, are they leather?
Oh
They're
yeah.
not. They're not
Okay.
the kind for butt.
Chapless
Oh, can you just wear them in a short sometime with your camo?
The what
I
now?
don't want to see you. I don't want to see buttless chaps. Okay, I don't want to see that. Just wear them sometime. No, thank you. Wear them sometime with your camo pants. Because that's all you wear is camo pants. You never wear jeans.
That's where that
No,
song came from.
I hardly wear jeans. I hardly ever wear jeans anymore.
Me neither.
Yeah, you used
That's
to wear
weird.
jeans. Now you wear
I
camo
just-
all the time.
Well, because because personally, for my excuse is because they last a long time. I don't have to worry about them getting dirty.
Because if they dirty, they're
well,
camouflaged, and you don't
not
have to worry
not
about
only
it.
that, well, not only that, when it comes down to the knees, because that's where on jeans, I always get holes in the knees, and that's where it always starts, is either that or the pocket, and that's over time. But
Why do you get holes in the knees?
You've been dating a lot.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, that would
please,
be the
Lord.
opposite. That would be the opposite. Why do you get holes in the knees?
Well, because I'm always like, when I work, I'm always bending down and all that stuff all the time.
Oh, okay.
Eventually, holes in the knees is like one of the first things that goes in jeans anyway.
And
not
camo
only that-
material holds up better than denim?
Yes, and then on top of that, on hot days, which here in Florida, and on some humidity and the sweat and all that stuff, the camo pants dry faster than denim does. So,
I like that forging. That's a good thought.
See, I just wear Dickies work pants, and they so far they last me years, and
I
that's
can't.
I wear
I
7
I'm
days
sorry,
a
that's
week.
such a stupid
Yeah.
name for
I know. I
pants.
can't.
I
I've
know,
never
right?
bought one
But
pair because I can't. I can't. I just go.
I don't know.
Why
I
is this
like
tag on here?
Dickies. I like Dickies. I
What kind of
love them
what kind of
Dickies.
pants are you wearing? I'm wearing Dickies pants.
I
Well,
got
what
that.
is Dickie wearing?
I got Dickies all over me every day, except when
What
I'm
is
live. When I'm live, I don't
I
even
mean,
wear pants.
I
Poor
mean,
Dickie
you know,
got his
if
pants
I
ripped
if I
off.
if I was to get denim again, I'd probably go. You know, I'd go a step further and get those old like denim overalls and stuff like that, and start wearing overalls.
I know my
Oh
Uncle
Can
Robert always wore like
uh,
overalls. Always.
can you wear
They,
the overalls without a shirt?
he always
yeah, I
did.
could. Yeah, oh, yeah, I could do
Will you
that
do
shit.
videos? And I'm
That's a
Oh,
good tan line. That's a good tan line.
I'm
Overalls
just trying
without
to
a
set
shirt.
you up for
Uh,
videos, okay?
OnlyFans, my OnlyFans
Yeah.
page.
Well, yeah.
you should change
I
it
think
to
I'm the
only.
only member. I'm the only member there.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say change it to only one fans.
Yeah, only
Only
one
one
fan.
thing. I'd pay to be in it, okay?
It's
No,
only
actually, I
four
don't
hundred
like
ninety
coveralls
nine
without a
dollars.
shirt.
What was that? Was that Chippendale song? What was it? Uh,
I don't know what the song is. How do you
oh
know
yeah.
what
Oh
it
no.
is?
I was asking these things.
That must be how Guns N'
I
Roses
don't
came
know.
up with "Welcome to the Jungle." They must have saw like a Harley guy with his chaps on from behind.
And then
Walk
they were
into the
like,
jungle has to do with butt abs.
Very big.
Well, how did you even come up with that?
I went really deep with it, to be honest.
I guess.
dude, that's
Thinking
funny.
about it for a couple minutes, I'm like, well, how did they come up with that name?
How did you come
That's
up with a man
funny
in
that
buttless chaps walking into a
Because
a
all I
buddy of
saw was a
mine,
hairy booty. Go
a
ahead.
buddy of mine that I met, this was like 2 years ago now already too, but it's when my dad was visiting 2 years ago, and my dad's out in the front yard just sitting in the sun with number shorts on, and I was busy with work for like a few weeks, so I didn't get a chance to cut our grass yet. And this dude is like 2 houses down cutting the grass, and he sees my dad. He's like, "Hey, I could cut your grass for it's cheap compared to what everyone else." So my dad comes in and he's like, "Hey, I'll pay him. Do you want him to cut him?" I'm like, "Yeah, go ahead." And so anyway, we became friends. And the name of his company, shout out to Alex, by the way, if you're listening, is Only Lawns. So instead of Only Fans, Only Lawns, but it catches your eye, and he gets good
No,
business.
no,
Dude, there's a
no.
guy over here. His lawn business is Sam the Weed Guy.
The weed guy, yeah. That's the
You
one.
gotta do this.
It should be only fans' lawns.
Dude, oh, it ain't working.
The Weed Guy, man.
The
Emotional damage.
Garrett's here.
Okay.
What's up, Garrett?
Do it, Steve. Do
We
it.
got everything you want. We know the names. Okay.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay.
Drive me crazy. I get you guys to do the stupidest things. Thank you.
Was that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Forgent only lawns because fuck your hedges.
I hate hedges.
I only come up here to be entertained, and y'all are doing great.
What's this? Is it really 18 seconds? Yeah.
18 seconds.
Yep.
That's so good. Such good music.
And then that other one really is 6 minutes too. That's the one I'm gonna play for the outro. That's the stoner song. It's called. I titled it "The Great Awakening."
Yeah, because you were stoned when you wrote it, and when you got up in the morning, you were still stoned, and you really liked it.
Yeah, I was like, "This is actually pretty good, man. I should do that
I'm
more
sure it's
often."
great. I'm sure it's great.
I was like in a dream state, but not dreaming. Yeah, it was. I impressed myself.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You got stoned?
And he missed it.
No,
missed
he was.
it.
You were supposed to do that on a live with me on it.
I'm still going to one of these days.
You cheated on me.
Well, I still do it, just not live. But
I-
I'm still, when I do it live, it will be with you.
I I feel much better now, although that sounds very bad. That just sounded so bad.
If I do it, if I'm gonna do it
Do it on
live, I'm
live.
gonna
I'll do it
do
with
it with
you. Okay.
snips.
Thank you. Oh my God, I'm wiping my head off. I'm sweating. This is so bad.
Sorry,
Okay, Chad,
Nina.
it's
Sorry,
okay.
Nina. You gotta stay back and just watch this
It
time.
doesn't mean anything.
That's right.
My God, talk about putting your foot in your mouth. You put both your feet in your mouth. At least
You're
they're only 10
meaning
and a
it.
half.
I was just gonna say that. Damn, I was gonna say at least they're only 10 and a half.
Really? They're not huge like wing nuts.
That's like my son, man. I never knew because he only visits me every once in a while, and I only see him when I go visit every once in a while. And I was gonna give him a new pair of my shoes, and I was like, "Hey, man, I just got new boots. You want my old ones?" And he's like, "I don't fit in those." I'm like, "What do you wear?" He's like, 13. I'm like, "Sorry, I didn't know your feet were so fucking huge."
I'm a 13 or a 12 wide.
Dang.
I got little feet and ugly feet.
You're not even that tall, Dave, and you got bigger
I'm
feet than
6'1".
Wing.
All right, I got
Oh,
something for you. Here you go. You ready?
I always thought you were short.
Oh my gosh.
No, me and Dave are the same height.
Here we go.
Roll another blunt. Yeah. Oh,
Since we can't get copyrighted, I'm enjoying it.
That's the best part about not monetizing.
I was gonna clean my room until I got high.
I love the 40 ounce
I
of
was gonna
Mickey's.
get up and find
Right,
the
and there's
broom,
chickens
but
and
then
it's
I
a
got
dirt
high.
floor. It's like
My room is still messed up, and I know why. Why, man? Yeah, hey, 'cause I got high. Because I got high. Because I got high.
oh snap.
I was
Avroman's got Avroman went through some shit with the law not too long ago. They like raided his house and busted his door down. He wasn't even home, and
That's funny.
I guess he got like a lawsuit on him or something.
I was gonna go to the bathroom, but I got high.
I was
I think
gonna go do a mudslide, but then I got high.
Wing must be in the bathroom. He's
No, I
muted.
had to check. I had to check on my dogs out there barking something.
Is your female dog preggers again?
I don't think so.
I just think say you probably just don't know. Oh, that I saw an old
Well,
short of yours.
she
I thought
don't.
it
She
was
don't. She don't look pregnant. Put it that way. I mean, you know,
okay.
she's just. She looks fat. She don't look pregnant.
She's just big boned.
She's
Big
big bone.
boned.
Some old short of yours came up back when you were building your grill and you were still thinking of all the accoutrements you wanted to put on it, and
A
that
what?
stuff that he wants to put on it. It's a big fancy
Say
word.
it again. Say it again.
I'm laughing.
Accoutrements.
I didn't say that.
A coat checker?
Coochie coos.
Accoutrements.
Okay.
Accoutrements. Anyway, you were
It's my
looking at it.
coochie, man.
No,
Accoutrement.
listen, you were looking at it, and your dog. What's her name? That one that's so pretty that you kept, the puppy you kept, Little Bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
She was laying on the floor, just looking at you and loving at you, and you were saying to her, "I know you're sorry. You're tired of me looking at this all the time and not playing with you." She
Mm-hmm.
just had this look on her face of just, "Daddy, I just adore you."
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's so pretty. You kept a really good one.
As
She's so
she
pretty.
should.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah.
She's such a sweetie.
I've kept at least one pup out of every litter,
Yeah, I
and
know you have.
but you know, it's just like, man, right now it's just like you know, I have to go every once in a while, go out there and chase my damn cousin's dog away, shoot at it with a 22 or something.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
He was live streaming when you lived in, well, I guess you lived in the other place, and the puppies were being born and you were stepping over them and it was all a mess and you had a tarp down and stuff. It was just like, oh my God.
We got
Remember
some
that
more.
one?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, inside the camper and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. I've had 2 litters inside the camper.
yeah.
before.
I got a question. Would you guys go if that was the ice cream man? Would you go out to that truck?
No.
I'd be like, hey, big worm.
Right. I'd go out there.
Gonna go to class before I got high. Come on, y'all. Check it out.
I'd be like, oh, he got ice cream, just not that kind of ice
But I
cream.
got high. Lied. I'm taking it next semester, and I know why. Why, man? Yeah, because I got high. Because I got high. Because I got high. Go to the next. Go to the next. Go to the next. I was gonna go to court before I got high. I was gonna pay my child support, but then I got high. No, you wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
And I know why. Why, man? Hey, because I got high. Because I got high. Because I got high.
Would you get high?
That's hilarious. He said,
Did you?
I was
When I
going
got
to pay my child support, but then and that guy's on. No, you wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't. You know you
You
wouldn't.
weren't gonna pay your child support. Shut up.
All right.
That's funny.
Where we at on time, my friend?
Oh, you always do that. It's probably more than 2 hours because I always forget.
Way more.
Why? What does it matter? What are you doing tonight?
I need to go eat my lunch. It's 11 o'clock.
I was gonna have to go to
Oh,
work.
it is 11. I didn't
I
know
was gonna
that.
have to go to work, but then I got lucky, and then the customer was like, "Can you do tomorrow instead?" I'm like, "Oh, I'd love to. Today's not good for me either."
Yeah,
I was
talked
having
to
so much
Steve
fun, I
yesterday.
didn't notice the time. Of course, you bring it up and just bring me totally down, Dave.
I know that's my thing in life. Bring women up and
No, you're not.
That's all right. That's all right,
Body
Snooks.
slam.
You know
What?
what, Snooks? We don't
What?
need Dave anyway. Screw him.
No, we gotta
Don't
have
let him
Dave.
lie to you. He said he's going to be an hour and a half to 2 hours tops. Okay, it's always
he's-
4 when he says that. Always.
Okay, and the problem is, and
No,
you usually stay here.
I'm hungry. I can go and come back.
You always go and eat.
How
And then
do
you
know
show us what
I
you're
do?
Let's
eating.
play.
You show
Let's
us
play
what you're
the.
eating.
Go grab something to eat, Dave, and we'll play the stoner song. We'll take a
But Dave
bathroom.
always comes back. Yeah, go to the bathroom, Dave. Make
We'll
sure
take
you
a
take your.
bathroom break.
Make sure it's
and,
on video.
I'm the downer. I'm just trying to keep some semblance of
No,
something going here.
Dave, go to the bathroom and take your phone with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to see pictures. I don't want to see pictures.
No, he accidentally did it one time. He didn't actually
Yeah.
go. Steve caught him, but it was hysterical.
He thought his camera was turned off, but it was on.
It was
and
on.
He was talking and he was getting ready to take a piss. And I was like, whoa, and I did one of those.
Zip.
It was so good.
Saved it just in
Goes the
time.
zipper. Zipper was down.
Yes. I think I put a short out on it, I think.
Like,
That was a
abort,
while ago.
abort, abort.
Yeah. I was like,
I was
dude,
just
your
gonna
camera's
let it
on.
go.
Your camera's on.
What
Did
can
it.
they
It was
do to
just-
me? What can
It's
they
one of the
do to me?
best. It's one of the best. Nothing was revealed.
Thank
Yeah,
God.
that's what made it the best because nothing was revealed. Nothing bad came out of it, but everyone was laughing their asses
It was,
off.
yeah, it was so good.
My wife would have been so mad at me, dude.
Well, no, I mean, no one would be able to rewatch it unless they were screen recording it. But
So somebody out there is. I'd have to pay him money not to keep posting it.
right?
Oh,
Hush
yeah.
money.
My gosh. Yeah.
No, they would.
I really don't want to play this anywhere else, Dave. But you know what else? I really need $100,000 too. So
Right.
I just
That
want
would
to tell you
suck.
that I did see something, Dave. I just didn't want to tell you.
Oh, well. I wondered why you fell on the floor and were having a seizure. It's like, what
I'm
happened to
dying.
you?
I'm done. I'm having a heart attack.
What happened?
I saw nothing. I swear to God. But I do
See
have the
nothing,
video
I
on
know
it.
nothing.
I know nothing. I see nothing.
I'm glad Steve was on the ball.
Oh, it was just, that was the best. And then he tried to act like, it was like he knew he was doing that and he picked
Of
up a
course.
doll.
That's what every
Yeah,
guy does.
you gotta play it off.
So good.
As soon
You
as we
gotta
do
play it
something
off.
dumb, you got to play it off.
Yeah, it was just that was epic.
God, I
Epic
hit my
Dave.
was at work and hit my finger with a hammer in front of the boss one time, and I literally was screaming on the inside. But I'm like, yeah, yep, I'll finish it up tonight. Then when he walked away, I'm just like, oh my god! But you can't show fear, you can't show pain. You're a man. Am I wrong?
Yeah, you
It's
should
a
bottle that,
man, baby.
bottle all that stuff deep, deep,
Just
deep
gotta
down.
push
You
it.
know.
Keep
Right.
pushing it.
Oh, it was
Pushing
hard
it.
not to yell,
Pushing
too.
it.
I smacked my finger, man. It hit so hard the top of my thumb blew out. I was like, oh. He's like, you all
Like
right?
a
I'm like, yep.
trash compactor, you just gotta push it down.
You all right?
Right.
No.
Hey,
Oh,
listen, I dropped a whole frozen chicken on my foot once and it fractured my big toe. And I went to see my orthopedic doctor the next day. I didn't whine about it, and it was fractured. And I wanted to have a toe cast. You know what? They don't put casts on toe.
not
Nope.
fractures.
I found that out when I
Well,
was
it doesn't matter
15.
what it was. I
You
wanted
can
a
just
pink I wanted a pink cast to get people to sign it because it
just
was
Let's
so
strap
see.
ridiculous.
just strap some popsicle sticks on that, so we'd be good.
Well, you know what they did for me? Because when I was 15, and I'm pretty sure you remember this, Dave, but I don't remember what at the time I was mad about, but I wasn't wearing shoes. I was barefoot, and I got pissed about something. I went outside, and I kicked, like, I don't think it was a headlight or the tail light of a car or something, and it busted my big toe, and they put a cast on my entire foot all the way up to my knee just for a broken toe.
Mm,
I was like, what the hell?
I kicked my closet and broke my foot one time when I was mad at my wife. And I had a floor job coming up that week, and I still laid a linoleum floor, one piece vinyl floor. I peeled the old one up and put a new one on with no cast, just dragging my foot. I was on my knees doing it because I need the money. Now that's a real man.
Y'all aren't getting the point. They don't put casts on big toes.
They don't put casts on any fractures.
I just wanted the cast as a joke so I could try to get people to sign it.
Oh.
Duh.
Well, why don't you just ask him?
Duh.
Duh.
Just could have asked him.
I did
Well,
ask him. He says we
Oh,
don't do that. I said, but I want to get people to sign it. It'd be funny, but they weren't going to take the time to do it. It's okay. I had
I
fractured ribs
also
once.
busted a guitar over Dave's head, and it didn't even phase him. So
Gee, big surprise there. He's hard-headed. I say that in the nicest way, Dave.
did have a tough dad, that's for sure.
Yeah.
that's one of those things where when you like do something, and then after you do it, and it doesn't even phase him, then I'm like, oh shit.
Oh, he gonna kill you. He gonna kill you. Why
And
did
I
you
didn't do
bust?
nothing.
Why'd you
I
bust the guitar on his head? What is wrong with you?
don't even remember, to be honest. It's just we were kids. We were like, what, 15, 16 years old. We were kids.
Here, I love
Fight.
you, man. I'm gonna bust a guitar on your head.
We got in a fight, and I said I'm going home. And then he started
I'm
following
gonna
me
take
with
my
his
toys and
guitar.
go home. God damn it!
You
got
didn't
about
take the
a
guitar.
I got about half a block before he come up behind me with a guitar.
That is hysterical. He was mad because you were going home.
I don't know if it was just
Nah,
whatever.
I don't know what it was about. I don't think it was about that. I don't think that's
No,
why, but
I think it was
I
we
really
weren't
couldn't tell
done.
you why I did it. But
Oh my God. There is no
Yeah.
reason to bash a guitar on your best friend's head. There's just no excuse.
they're not. Especially when the guitar was given to me by my great grandpa,
Yeah.
and I never learned how to play it because it no longer exists.
Well, that's a good. That's one of them things that happens, man. You know, with in the heat of the moment, there was a reason for something.
Well,
Right?
y'all are still 15-year-olds. I mean, that's just all there is to it. You're at least 16, Wing.
At least 16.
Yeah, you're just 1 year older, but they're like
I'm a-
15. I mean,
I'm
men
a
are all
sweet
men,
16.
sweet 16. But men are always stay boys. They do. It's one of the charming things about them, as long as they're not totally immature and boyish. Like pick one or the other. Pick the boyish part. You got to stay boys. It's a lot more fun.
Boys will be boys,
Absolutely. And they should be.
even when they're men.
I wouldn't like a man if he wasn't still boyish and a child at heart and did goofy ass things. It'd be boring.
You don't want the one with the cane that's like, life sucks, get off my grass.
Get off my
No.
damn lawn.
No. No. I'll take my clothes off and run all over that grass nude just to make them mad or happy, whatever.
You're going straight to jail. That's all there is to it. You live in an HOA, you're going to jail. I know
do
you
live in
do.
an
I
HOA.
know you do. Did you see what that chick did down the street?
The Stepford wives come after her.
Every single one of those HOAs has a ring camera. They all got a different view, a side
Yep.
view.
Yep.
I don't have a ring
back.
camera.
Yep.
But
Everyone
now,
else does.
Every angle.
now I want to go down and walk around the streets and find an old man with a cane and go in his yard just to see what he does. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to raise my top and flash him and go, here.
So just squat. Just squat on his front grass.
No, I'm not
I'm like, what are you doing?
I'm not going to mark the grass.
I can't make it to the toilet, sir. I'm sorry.
Dude, I don't know why it reminded me of it, but man, there used to, I can't remember, I think it was in New Smyrna. Down in New Smyrna, there used to be this chick that was like a gorgeous body on her, man. She would wear one of those like really like micro bikini type things, and she sold hot dogs on the side of the road with a hot dog stand and all that stuff. Dude, she had so much business, but she also caused a lot of wrecks because people would get like rubbernecking and stuff. And got down to the point where she ended up wearing like a bumper sticker on her butt that said censored, you know.
Maybe she shouldn't have worn the microkini. How many accidents did you get in?
Oh,
Wayne?
but I'm gonna tell you something, man. She sold the hell out of hot dogs, though. I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, how many accidents did you get in, Wing?
Oh, I didn't get any accidents, but I'm just saying that's
How many hot dogs did you buy?
I don't know. I was kind of hungry at one time.
Bought 1,000 hot dogs in 2 days.
But I'm gonna tell you something, man. That, like, I started thinking about it. It's like, that's one hell of a gimmick right there.
I think it's a trashy one, and that's my opinion. She's using her sex to sell hot dogs. I just think it's tacky. She might as well just be a topless dancer.
Right.
That's my opinion. But I'm glad you men enjoyed it. And I'm sure there's some wives sitting in the car punching their men in the arm because I would have been.
Well, that's the thing. I think, like I said, that's what. There was a time when a lot of cars did become in accidents because of it.
They deserved it. I'd be telling the ex, "You want forks in your eyes? Because I'll be glad to do it for you when we get home." That was my threat for a lot of times.
You can't spank the kids, but I will fork your face.
I will put forks in your eyes. It's a whole different level, okay? He was 6'4". I would have had to stand on a step stool to be able to even do it. He thought it was funny.
You're taking a time out or you're getting a fork in the eye.
Gonna fork you up.
Put that cane down, I'll shove it in your butt.
Hey, Scotty Butters is in the chat, Steve.
Yeah, Scotty, aloha, brother.
Scotty, the Butters man. I'm surprised you're not playing.
Can't believe it's not Butters. We still gotta set up that part 2. I had so much fun having Scotty on the panel.
You know what I love best? I'm glad Scotty's here because I was talking about me being hot, which I was really teasing about Scotty. And I was getting joking about it. And Scotty goes, "Oh, well, somebody graduated from Braga camp." And I can't forget that. That was just like the best. It wasn't band camp. It was Braga camp. That was so good. So good, Scotty. That was so funny. Nobody else is laughing at it.
Now I'm reading Garrett saying that the DOJ's doc on Jeffrey Epstein is now gone from Axios.
It was funny. Okay.
I laughed. You didn't hear me laugh?
No, I didn't hear you laugh.
Oh.
Dave doesn't laugh. He'd
Sorry.
like to laugh. He's holding back on purpose to annoy me.
I heard it. I heard it telepathy through telepathy, Steve. That's how I heard it.
I don't know how to laugh anymore. Okay.
Aw.
Most of the time I don't laugh.
You
I
know?
just smile, but I'm actually laughing. But
Right. I'm always angry. I'm married.
Laughing on the inside.
I'm
I
married.
haven't
I'm
heard
angry.
you. No, I haven't heard you laugh in a long time. I laugh, as you know, easily,
Well-
and then I have giggle fits, and I just mute myself for a while.
don't worry. When we do that live stream where I smoke a little something, it's going to be mostly me laughing uncontrollably. You know, once you start laughing and you just can't stop, and you don't even know what you're laughing at anymore, you're just like, I don't know, it's just funny.
But I do that without being stoned. You and I are
We
going
need
to
a-
have giggle fits.
Yeah.
We need a hot dog eating contest on live. That's what
Oh
we need.
no, I don't show myself, and I'm certainly not going to. I don't. Yeah, no.
You are going to eat hot dogs. With
Oh
your
no, no,
camera on.
no,
I don't
no,
care what.
no, no.
Yes, you will. I'm hacking.
High
this.
heels in a bikini.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I don't even own any bathing suits. It's a waste of money. They get wet. I just go skinny dipping.
That's what I'm talking
Ooh,
about.
I would
That's what I
love
do.
to. I wish I could find some Gigi's.
That's what I do.
What? You go skinny dipping? You go chunky dunky.
No, listen, dear. Okay, I'm 220 pounds at 6'1", so it's this chunky thing.
And all muscle and
there.
built.
No, gravity's winning slowly, but I'm still not there yet.
I don't think that 220 for your height is bad. I don't.
Not.
Come on, Wing. How much you weigh?
Oh, I have no idea right now.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna put you at 185.
Well, that's what I've been for a long time. You
But
know,
that was
I'm
back,
prob- I'm
back
prob-
when you were
I'm prob-
skinny. No.
I'm probably a little bit more than that right now.
If I was
You couldn't have been.
185, I'd be like a stick.
No, 185.
At
Yeah,
6'1".
That's not so bad, is it?
Well, I'm 6'1". How much you think I weigh?
168.
160.
Put it this way: that boy need to
Oh.
eat a sandwich.
Right.
Why you so
160.
skinny?
168. Are we close?
I found
I
a
weigh
picture
a
of
buck
Snook
50
online.
smoking wet.
$150. My God.
Yeah.
I haven't done that since like 6th grade.
What, Dave?
I've been that since 6th grade.
I found a picture of you online.
Literally, I can't gain weight or
kidding.
lose weight. I
Oh,
just
boo
always
hoo
been.
hoo. Just tell me your sad tale.
I'm
Never mind.
not
I'm
complaining
kidding.
about it. I'm complaining that everyone keeps telling me to, and it's like I could eat sandwiches all day long, and it's not gonna make a difference.
Steve, you look just fine. Okay. Just, it doesn't matter. You
And
look
I'm
just
fine. I'm perfectly happy and content with the way I look. But stop telling me I need to eat a fucking sandwich.
No,
That's
absolutely
all
not.
I'm saying. Because it
Well,
makes me think, why is it okay for someone to tell a skinny guy that you need to eat a sandwich or you're too skinny, but it's not okay for a skinny guy to tell someone that's overweight that you need to put that sandwich down?
Right.
How come it's the same thing?
I found
Right?
Snooks, man. You guys ready for this?
Oh my God. What are
I
you
got
going to
There we
do
go.
to me?
Hot dog eating
Got
contest.
her right here.
There you
Hold
go.
up. Hold up.
No.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Bring it on.
Get down with me.
Let's go.
From 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Do it, Snooks.
Get it going. Get it.
Snooks
Look,
is on
get
the
it.
left.
Oh, them girls is good. I really like what she can do with that hot dog.
Pseudo in the center of the table. To her left, Domenica Gee, a newcomer.
I'm
Nathan-
definitely not a blonde.
Nathan must be so proud.
The only one who done that. The very first hot dog,
that.
which took literally seconds. She just bettered
You know,
Sonia
okay.
Thomas's history.
She's
You know, we
so-
were talking to some of the other competitors, obviously. in
and she's
preparation
also
for this
gentle
event,
with
Rich,
it.
Their admiration.
This is just
Girl on the left
nasty.
is tipping me
at Nikki
out.
Suda,
With
what
the
she's
blue scarf.
capable of on
All
this
hunched
stage
over.
in particular.
That
Is
would
it
be me.
innate gift? Is it anatomical? Is it a competitive drive?
I'm very
sets her
competitive.
I don't know if it's anatomical, but there is an
That girl
inherent
don't even
ability. Like
do
this,
the last
some leaders, they have an
Anatomical.
inherent skill. They come out of the gate like Mickey has.
and she just was comfortable early on, and then she quickly rose to dominance and prominence and has stayed there. Another one that we're watching today is Domenica D. So for her first
So
qualifier, she.
Oh,
That's
I think
funny.
it's up to
No.
150 hot dogs.
Hey, Lisa Anderson, aloha.
That's humiliating.
You gotta immediately go
Thank you.
throw up when you're done.
Thank you,
Lisa.
Cheryl Rich.
Hi there, Lisa.
Anatomically correct.
Anatomically, it's just like that. Like, what is anatomically correct about eating hot dogs? Don't go there.
Where? To the hot dog thing?
No, I asked what is anatomically correct about eating hot dogs. I was afraid Wing was going to answer it.
Well, yeah, like you can swallow 3 wieners at one time. That's like,
No.
And being gentle at the same time. That's good
exactly.
technique.
I mean, very gentle. It's like
Very good technique.
Yeah.
Hey, all right, JM's back right now.
Y'all really got
Yeah,
into
this
that.
is a good
That's
joke.
creepy.
Now that I didn't monetize it, I could play my own shorts without getting a copyright for playing my own video. But
The joke that you can tell down at school when school starts. Everybody be quiet now. You listening, guys? A bear and a rabbit are taking a shit in the woods. And the bear turns to the rabbit and says, "Excuse me, do you have problems with sticking to your fur?" And the rabbit says, "No." So the bear wiped his ass with the rabbit.
Old school. Eddie Murphy Raw. That was a good show.
Yeah. Damn, that one got 26,000 views. Cool. I like finding that old stuff that you remember, but you got to search for it. That's what I like about my playlist of all the comedy shorts. Cause
who's that chunky guy? Like blondish orange hair with the big gap in his teeth. He's probably about 350 pounds. White guy.
Not sure.
He's old school. I think he passed away by now.
Blondish hair with the. Or wait, are you talking about? Oh no, wait. Are you talking about John Panette?
Maybe.
The you been here 4 hours. You eat all my food.
Could be.
Dude, that's weird. That if that's what you're talking about. Oh, maybe Louis Anderson, yeah. But John Panette is the same, kind of like Louis Anderson. But I just did a short, John Panette. It should be posting like not next week, but the week after.
Louis Anderson. Yeah, Louis Anderson. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Louis Anderson and John Panette are like a lot, kind of the same.
Yeah.
But Louis Anderson was more famous, I think.
Is he dead?
I think both of them are. I'm not sure. Gigi said Louis Armstrong.
Wow.
Chris Foley. I don't remember that one, Blue.
Yeah, he died.
Hear that joke, are you on dope? Well, then give me some. I don't remember that one.
He died at 69 years old.
Good number.
Yeah. Shit. That's like, it's less than 10 years for me. I'm like, yeah.
Shit,
I'm like, I'll be lucky if I get like another 20 years. You know what I mean? A lot of guys in my family die around 70, 75, something like that.
Don't say that.
Doesn't that freak you out though? Because I mean, I'm 49, and for like the past 6 months, I think about it a lot. Like, dude, how much time do I got left?
I don't think about that. I just get up
weird
every day
to
and
think
live
about,
life.
man.
People on my mother's side, I don't even know, but on my father's side, they all lived well into their 90s. I just don't think about it. I'm happy, I'm healthy now, and I'm just going to get up every day, live and love my life, and get done what I need to get done.
Right. But what's crazy to me is like shit happens, right? Like,
yeah,
you're just going to work, and then boom, that's it. Like
Yeah.
bus runs you over or whatever, plane falls out of the sky and lands on you, or you know what I mean? Someone loses a tire on the other side of the highway and it lands right on your windshield. And it's just like, dude, like technically nobody really knows. Well, nobody really knows anyway, but
Oh, I know. That's what I'm saying. If I'm lucky, I'll probably, die of natural causes of me smoking too damn much in 20 years.
yeah, that was a good one too. That one, actually, I think that one, I posted that yesterday, Jam, the Andrew Dice Clay one.
Andrew Dice Clay, man.
I'm surprised that one didn't get that many views yet, but it's only been a day, so it doesn't mean it hasn't. Like,
there's a modern comedian that kind of's got his style.
Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet, eating her curds and whey. Long came a Spidey, sat down beside he said, "Hey, what's in the bowl, bitch?" Jack and Joe went up the hill, both with $1.25. Joe came down with $2.50. Little boy Blue, he needed the money. 3 blind mice, see how they run. Where the f*** they going, huh? Was an old lady, lived in a shoe. She had so many kids, a uterus fell out. Mary, Mary, quite contrary, trim that pussy, it's so damn hairy. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick, Jack burnt off his f***ing dick. Old Mother Hubbard went to the cupboard to get her old dog a bone. She bent over, Rover took over. She got a bone of her own, I don't know. Yeah, good old Mother Goose, remember her?
That's all the shit I remember from Dice. But what's up, Terry? Good to see you, Arrington Otter. Aloha, brother.
Here's mine. Here's my monologue.
Yeah, Louis.
Louis answers.
Louis. Yeah. Let's see. Is it full size? I guess. All right, here we go.
You know when else you feel old? You know when you really feel old, you're on the internet and they go, put the year you were born in. Oh.
That's so true, dude. So true.
I'm stuck in your sensei!
You know, you're reading it, you know, the 2000s, the 90s, the 80s, the 70s. Oh, let me take a break.
Especially if it does especially if it does not only the year, but it does the month and day all at the same time.
Oh,
dude, then it takes you forever because you're going through like every day and every month of each year just to get back to the 70s.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you know you're old now.
All the way back in the 1900s, man. I'm telling you, man, we're older than Google.
We are. Oh my God.
I know.
We were around before the first cell phone.
Yep.
Hey, think about it. Our music we grew up on, we now have our own oldies radio stations.
Oh my God, that drives me nuts. I hear some of the stuff that I grew up on. It's like classic rock now. Yeah.
Right? Isn't that crazy? Like, oh, what are you listening to? Oldies? Like, no, this ain't oldies. When's it from? Late 80s and the 90s? Yeah, oldies. Like, shut up, man. It's not oldies.
They don't know what good music is.
I don't even know what new music sounds like. I haven't listened to anything new and shit. I don't know.
I can't. It's terrible.
Yeah, every little bit I have heard, it's like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, it's not good. Honestly, I mean, you know, like I said, there are a few out there. They don't get like mainstream type recognition, but there are a few out there that are doing some originals, good stuff.
Right. That's
Not to be back taking a dump.
Yeah, she's going to mud flood.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's true too. What Red Pill says, music I grew up on plays in stores. What's funny about that is like music that I grew up on in like 80s and 90s was controversial back then. So it's like, oh, but now they're playing it in just regular stores. Like it's just, you know, it's like, well, why was it so controversial when I was a kid, but now it's just normal and acceptable?
Excuse
There
me.
you go. She's back.
Dave, you booted me. Why'd you do that? No, my mouse froze up. I couldn't move my mouse, so I had to
It's
turn my
because it got
PC.
high. Because it got high.
I did something. It got hot. Did something. But anyway, I had to turn off the PC and reboot it. Luckily, I love my new PC. I turn it off and it comes right back on real fast. I don't have to log in, nothing. Uh-oh. Am I
That's
still here?
menopause, Snooks.
You don't have to wait for the dial
Did you
up.
just kick me off? What happened?
No,
Oh,
you're still
there
here.
I am. I don't have to wait for anything. It's just like almost comes up immediately. I didn't have to put a pin in it. Did you just boot me? Because I saw a black screen. Dang you, Dave,
That's
you're
your
fired.
computer. That's your computer.
Check this out.
Nobody booted you.
It did a black screen for a minute. Okay.
Check this,
Okay.
guys. I was watching this, and you guys might be interested in it.
Oh, I heard about this. Then they did. It's a true story.
I will tell you, Director Deutsch, as a former Los Angeles police narcotics detective, that the agency has dealt drugs throughout this country for a long time.
For decades, the American government has been accused of intentionally flooding the streets with hard drugs.
Mhm.
The CIA and law enforcement have supposedly been funneling drugs into the inner cities and to the African American community in particular as part of a covert effort to stop them attaining stability, building wealth, and achieving political power.
It is aimed at African American. There's no doubt about that whatsoever. And for the other non-African people, they should know that this directly will harm them too.
These ideas took particular hold in the 1980s with the emergence of the so-called crack epidemic. It's easy to understand how people of color may not believe the US authorities have their best interests at heart.
So I'll leave it there if you guys want.
No, it's true. Because there's even a story too about, I forget what state it is, but a police department was using the police department to make the crack to sell to the people to arrest them.
Yeah.
Or, you know,
It was
that's the government.
Yeah, it was a government building they were cooking it up in. And, yep. And I was like, man, dude, you know, in my opinion, that right off the bat, it's entrapment. And then on top of that is planting evidence to actually, you know, and then on top of that is actually, they were making money off of it too.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Well, who else flies in from Afghanistan? You know, who else can bring crap on a cargo plane right into the U.S. from Afghanistan? Poppies and crap. Who's going to check their load? Nobody, because they're the boss, right?
Right.
Do whatever they want.
They're the mafia.
They can do what they want. I don't know that to be true for sure. I'm just saying it was interesting on Vice TV.
Yeah, I don't trust Vice, but it is, from what I believe, it's true because I've heard other stories from different sources.
Yeah, I don't trust Vice either. I just sometimes they get content that you'll never see anywhere else.
I need a babysitter. I just booted myself again.
Wow.
I keep getting babysitters and they run away screaming. What is wrong with me?
Everything.
Oh, thank you. That explains a lot.
I'm helping you out.
Oh, thank you. I don't
You're
have to like categorize it. It's just everything.
Yeah, it's okay. That's just say everything.
Everything.
No one can question anything.
Oh, much love, GG's. Councilmen in Chicago were putting that crap
was
on the
me,
street
my
back
bad.
in '85. Chicago was booming, and then crack hits the street. Yep.
Sweet dreams and gentle slumber, Gigi.
Is it a mistake
If you haven't hit that like, just hit it. Sub. Go ahead.
Yeah. What we need.
You guys think it's a coincidence that rap music, hardcore rap music, and all that stuff came out at the same time that crack hit the streets? from
Right.
supposedly that
Probably not.
government group?
Well, I mean, to make it into the music business and all that stuff, the whole popularized. I think part of it was manufactured to glorify some of that. That
Yeah, do drugs. We sell drugs. We live this life. We got all the women.
right.
We got all the stuff. We got the money. Look
Yep.
at we got the drugs. I mean, what's that tell you? Smoke what they're putting out.
I never liked hardcore and gangster rap. Just I couldn't stand it. I liked MC Hammer.
Don't-
I didn't like the pants, but I
Really?
liked the music.
I
Yeah,
used to
like,
Can't touch this.
fuck the
I used to
police coming straight from the underground. A
Yeah.
young cracker got a bag because I'm white.
Like
I had to fight that.
NWA.
Right.
Yeah, no. I don't like hard gangster rap.
don't
And the
lie. You
women,
all used to wait for Can't Touch just to come on the top 40.
Oh
okay,
yeah,
that's a
that
good
and Vanilla
song.
Ice, man. Stop, collaborate, and listen.
Right.
Ice is back with my brand
Good
new
song.
invention.
Something is holding
It
me
was
tight.
good. It was
Oh,
clean.
Hammer,
can't
I went
touch
right
this.
into Ice.
Sorry. No, not me, buddy.
You didn't like that music? What kind of music do you like, Wing?
Well, at that time.
No, now.
Oh, now, I'm kind of an eclectic. I mean, if it's good, it's good.
No. What
Yeah.
does that mean, eclectic? What kind of music do you like?
Eclectic means like I got a broad.
I know what eclectic means.
He
Yeah.
has a broad, he said.
He has a broad genre of music.
Yeah, broad spectrum of
Yeah, I
taste.
like everything. I mean, even then, I liked everything. It's just because even then, I was listening to hardcore rap. I was listening to Vanilla Ice and MC Hammer. I was listening
Oh
to
God, don't say
Metallica.
Vanilla Rice. I'll lose my
I
respect for
was
you.
listening to Iron Maiden and Metallica and Motorhead. I
Right.
was listening to Suicidal Tendency. I mean,
Yeah.
anything. I listened to all of it. I've always liked all music.
On Fridays in 8th grade, I sat at the headbanger table and we listened to like Iron Maiden and Metallica and banged our heads all along.
Master,
Megadeth.
dreams that I've been after, Master,
Promised
promised
only
lies. Yeah.
True.
Yeah, relive the memories with bad singing. Thank you.
That was good singing. It was
Kidding.
raspy.
I actually, when it was like that, was it the Monsters of Rock tour? I saw Faith No More open up for Metallica and Guns N' Roses in Indianapolis, Hoosier Dome, and Guns N' Roses sucked. I ended up having, I had more fun. I had more fun out in the parking lot while they were playing.
Slash is still good. Slash is good. Okay.
Axl Rose is like a baby, dude. He has
He's
to
a-
have
Too big of an ego.
Yeah.
Dude, I just couldn't sit through from one song. Actually, about halfway through it, I ended up going through the first song. I ended up going back outside, sitting
Yeah,
in the parking
without
lot.
him and a different singer, they'd be good. I
But I'm
like
gonna tell
Southern
you,
rock the best.
Fa-
Southern
Faith,
rock.
Faith No More actually, man, was actually kick ass. I was really surprised. They opened up for them, and Metallica was good too.
You want it all, but you can't have it.
Right. And I mean, live,
Said
they were
everyone
good.
in America.
All right, if you
want
don't like
everyone.
Leonard Skinner and Marshall Tucker, you suck.
Well,
Dude,
I mean-
Leonard Skinner's got some crazy story. That's weird you brought them up because, like the past week, I watched like 3 different documentaries on them because, Leonard Skinner's been like the same band, but like 10 different bands over the years because of plane crashes and people dying and.
They don't have any of their original members anymore.
Right. It's almost like it's a curse to be a part of that band.
Yeah, Gary Rossington,
know?
who was the last one left, died a couple months ago. It just broke my heart. He was one of the leads.
But it's still a great band, though.
Hey,
Yeah, they're good. But
we used to be racist when we were never.
What?
Remember when Journey, the guy died from Journey?
What guy from
unracist
Journey?
we were. Journey, the singer, head singer.
Steve
the
Perry didn't
original?
die. He hasn't
yeah.
died.
The original singer died.
Steve Perry's not dead. He's still
No, he's just not.
alive.
He's just not the lead singer anymore. I think.
He just left the band in a hissy fit.
Yeah.
He's
And then they
still alive.
found a Filipino dude that sounds exactly like him.
That's what I'm talking about.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I was saying we're not racist because our whole generation of Journey lovers took
I like
on
Journey.
took on a Filipino to sing in Journey, and we were okay with it.
I like Journey. I like all genres of music too. I mean, classical, opera areas, country, AC/DC, Metallica. I like some rap. Yeah, I just like all kinds of music. Jazz. I like light jazz.
Yeah, me too.
You probably
But
like
dude,
Marky
think of
Mark.
this. What about that slap in the face, right?
What?
Imagine you're Steve Perry and he's like, fine, whatever. You ain't ever gonna find anyone else like me. Good luck with that. And then they're
They
like,
did.
hold on just 1 second.
Let me just
There you
check
go.
the Philippines. 1 second.
And then this Filipino dude just gets up there and he sounds even a little bit better than Steve Perry. And it's Steve Perry sitting there going, oh shit.
I know. I know. That was so funny.
So does he solo now?
I don't know what he's doing.
He's probably still living on royalties from
Yeah, probably. But
all
I know
the
he's
other
alive.
Records.
I do know he's alive.
Here's the real story of what happened.
They had a big rock fest in, God, it might be Edinburgh. No, not Edinburgh. It might be Edinburgh. Is that England or Scotland? England. Thank you. They had a huge concert there and set up by Marshall, who just plays gorgeous guitar, showed it. And you had to pay. It was a pay-per-view, but somehow he was able to show it a lot yesterday. And it was a tribute to Ozzy Osbourne because it's Ozzy Osbourne's last, he's never going to go out singing again. So a lot of the bands did tributes to him. And actually, Guns N' Roses were on. And Slash was great. And Duff is great too. Duff McKagan. He is really good. The two of them, they're the band. So yeah, they had a lot of good bands on. Then when Metallica came on, Marshall wasn't able to show it anymore. But it was slamming. It was so good to watch. So that was fun.
Does,
Didn't get to see Ozzy.
Does anyone know the name of that Filipino dude that took Steve Perry's spot?
No, I could Google and find it. Why do you want to know?
Well, because I'm just thinking Steve Perry probably didn't go solo or do solo shows because he probably started to do that. And then every time he went up, they would be screaming that other dude's name. And they'd be like, oh, we love so. And he'd be like, bitch, I'm Steve Perry. I'm not Filipino guy. Screw this. I can't even go solo, man. Talk about putting your foot in your mouth, right?
I'm Googling it. I told you I'd do it. Just give me a minute. Arnold Campanere Pineda. Arnel
Really? His name's
Campanere Pineda. Arnel.
Arnell.
So I read Steve Perry's reason for leaving Journey was that he had lost the passion for music, and touring year after year after year got to him, and he was having a breakdown. Just couldn't take it anymore.
That's understandable.
Oh yeah.
That's understandable. Yeah.
He just lost his passion for it. You know, he probably had plenty of money.
Well,
that can happen.
You know, yeah.
I can understand, not necessarily. I mean, I'm sure he'll get back. He loves music, but it's the traveling, man. And going, from city to city to city to city. That gets really old.
Well,
and it gets burnt. And if you ain't got everybody around you on the same page, and if there's like even a slight problem, dude, that just creates even more stress. Going from city to city to city. If you got somebody in your camp basically not falling, all on the same page, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you get burnt out. I could see getting burnt out pretty quick.
Especially on a touring bus, man.
Yeah, for real.
Just mile after mile. Even like Bob Seger talked about that in this, one of the songs. Like being strung out from the road. You walk into a restaurant, you're a million miles away. Every ounce of energy you want to give away. Says you go to
Sweat
bed.
pulls out your body like the
Right?
music that you play.
I smoked my day's last cigarette with my ears still ringing from the amplifiers. You got to imagine it's got to suck sometimes.
I would imagine. I would imagine.
Same music over and over too. If it was different music, it might be cool.
I wouldn't be married to a musician that toured. I mean, I'd go with him all the time, but it would get old.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be in a different hotel all the time and getting on a bus all the time. No, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Always
And
on
I
the go, always
I
on
love the
yeah.
musicians. I love musicians, but and I dated many, but do I want to travel with them? No, thank you.
Yeah, that's what happened to my boy Chris Cornell. Out on the road by himself, just got all bummed out or something. And,
No, he didn't. He was killed
no,
along with Linkin Park lead singer.
maybe.
Yeah.
They were coming out with a
Think so?
documentary on child abuse and child predators. And I don't get into conspiracy theories, but I truly believe that they did not take their lives.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, wrong one. Sorry. Where'd it go? Why is it gone now? Oh,
Hell yeah.
That's what I meant to say.
Yeah,
Is
I
that
do.
what
Because I agree with you. I agree with you.
you
Yeah.
meant to say that?
He meant to say, heck yeah. He doesn't know what he means.
Oh,
He just
yeah.
says it.
Blue Unicorn. That's Nina's favorite song by Kiss.
Chris Cornell is 52.
No, he's not. He's not alive anymore. And that was
Right.
just a tragedy. I mean,
It's my
Chester
favorite.
Bennington, that was a tragedy.
Chester, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris is my favorite.
They didn't just pass away.
No, I don't think so. I really
Me
don't think
neither.
so. Because it was said that Chris Cornell was in a very good mood. He called his wife. He was in a very good mood. Yeah, I
And he
don't.
died in Detroit of all places. That killed me the worst.
Mm.
Right.
Played the Fox Theater, went to his hotel, and that was it.
Blue, I got to tell you this. You sing great. You don't have to like Skinnerd. You don't suck. It's all right. Everybody should love their own music.
Yeah, it says right here his widow remained adamant that he was not suicidal before his death. Some fans, amateur sleuths, believe he was actually murdered.
Yeah, I do think they both were. They were both working together on this documentary. Now,
Well,
what
when
are the odds of them both dying and close together?
his wife would know.
And there's others too that aren't even musicians, but like Norm Macdonald is one that I don't believe just
comedian.
bumped his head and went
Amy
to
Winehouse. Yeah.
Like,
No, Amy Winehouse was hot. She did a lot of drugs.
yeah, that bitch was just drunk, man.
She
That
OD'd.
bitch-
She didn't kill herself. She OD'd.
Maybe.
No, she did. She totally OD'd.
You were there.
I don't have to be there. I knew her well.
You sold her the fentanyl.
She talked to me ahead of time.
With her, I don't believe there's any conspiracy with her.
No, I don't. But boy, was she good.
I know. I keep trying to create conspiracy, and you guys keep ruining it.
I'm not good with conspiracy theories, but there are some things where I will really, really think about it and
I need to come up with new ones because all my old ones came true. So turns out they're not conspiracies.
Oh, let Wingnut talk about conspiracies. You're good at that, Wing, and I'm not cutting you down.
Yeah. So what are you trying to say?
You talk about conspiracies a lot. You put me on the spot. Good one. You did a gotcha on Snooks.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Yeah, I usually know this. No, Kurt Cobain, I think his wife shot him.
Me too. That's what
There's
I
no
believe.
way he could have had a rifle up at his throat and been able to shoot himself like he did.
Yeah. And I don't think he would have done it anyway. Even, I know he supposedly had depression and all that shit, but
Yeah, but
I don't think he would have done
took
it.
life.
I don't think he would have done it.
No, I don't either.
But then again, I never knew him. I never met him. I never hung out with him. So I mean,
Well, I'm empathetic. I'm ESPNic.
and plus I never liked Courtney. And it is really easy just to be like, fuck that
Yeah,
bitch. She did it.
you know, see,
know?
that's another thing too. I've known guys that did some really drastic things because of a woman. So
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, but he had a
Yeah. Oh, no
daughter.
shit, dude. I never thought. Yeah. Maybe he was like, I can't take this bitch anymore, man. This is my only way out.
right, right.
She's too obnoxious,
But
too loud.
he had a daughter he adored.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah, because then it'd
Just
be
did that
like, yeah,
burp.
but if I do this, my baby girl's gonna be stuck with that bitch. Well, I couldn't do
You
that.
want
to
to hear
her.
a little bit about what his wife said
What?
before he died?
Yes.
Who, Courtney?
Yeah, Cornell's wife.
Or
Oh,
Kurt
Chris
Cobain's
Cornell's
wife?
wife.
Or Chris Cornell's wife, okay.
Yeah, it says the bodyguard helped him with his laptop, gave him 2 doses of Ativan, an anti-anxiety drug from which Cornell had a prescription. Kirsten then, oh, it was Kirsten, then retreated to his room down the hall and called it a night. But tragically, the night was far from over. Back in Los Angeles, Cornell's wife, Vicky, noticed the lights in her home were flickering on and off. Her husband had an app on his phone that allowed him to operate them remotely, and Vicky started to worry about why he was doing that at such an odd time at night. When she called Cornell at 11:35, he picked up the phone, but their conversation didn't alleviate her concerns, especially since he was slurring his words. She said, "You need to tell me what you took." Cornell reassured his wife that he'd merely taken an extra Ativan or two, but Vicky's worries deepened because he did not sound like he was okay. So at 12:15, she demanded that Kirsten check on the husband. But by that point, it was too late. Chris Cornell was dead at 52 years old, found with an exercise band around his neck and blood running from his mouth.
Yeah, no way.
Absolutely not. You don't bleed from the mouth from medication.
And some of the artists that died, they said that it was from autoeradication type of dying, and I don't believe that either. That's a really easy thing to
I think
slam on
David
somebody.
Carradine. I think David Carradine actually did that.
I think he did too.
He did. They did say he did that, and well, maybe it could be. You could be right. He was a very strange person.
Yep, I knew one of his ex-wives.
You knew one of his ex-wives?
Yeah, or yeah, yeah. That's what
Well,
she claimed anyway.
You're
Yeah.
stuttering. How well did you know her?
I knew her when I was younger. I didn't know her for very long, but you know, she was like, that's what she claimed. She had, you know, all kinds of different evidence and all that stuff. I never met him personally.
Well,
So
he had quite a few wives.
So why didn't the bodyguard? Okay, the bodyguard didn't take off the band around his neck. He waited for the ambulance to come, and she took it off.
Wait a minute. How did she end up there?
No, the
ambulance.
medic. The medic.
Oh, the medic. Okay.
Says, yeah, Kirsten, I guess, is bodyguard, which must be a guy. And I'm
Well, because he was scared to touch it, because then that's evidence, and he could have gotten in trouble.
yeah,
If his
but your
fingerprints
buddy's
were on it.
dying. I don't
But
care.
his
I'm ripping it
fingerprints would
off
have been
with
on
that.
it.
So
Well, he wasn't already dead.
trying to help him.
You don't know that he wasn't already dead.
Wow.
Well, it's better than being the lead singer for NXS and being found hanging on a door, choking yourself, jerking off.
Oh, that was Arthur. Yeah, exactly.
That's just weird.
I could see that with him.
That's just some weird shit, man.
Well, that's what David Carradine did. But I can see that with him. He was really kind of kinky.
I would love to know what the toxicology screen came back as. Of course, we're never going to know. There was a gash on his head and a laceration to the back of his skull.
Right.
Who, Chris Cornell?
They were left out of the autopsy report.
Exactly. Explain that, right?
Wait a minute. Chris Cornell had a laceration on the back of his head?
And a fractured rib.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And it
Didn't
said
know
it
that.
could have
And
been from
he
the
wasn't
CPR.
unalived, right? No, it was just overdose or whatever they claim it was.
Well, Kurt Cobain. I never believed Kurt Cobain did it either. Never.
Kind of remind me of that was his name. It's like, you know, it's like it's like he was playing the cops. It was like, it would just like sprinkle some crack on him. It'd be okay.
I think Kurt Cobain's wife might have done him in.
Oh, that's what we were
That's what
just
we
saying a little
say.
bit ago. That's
Oh,
what we
I
were
was
saying about.
sorry, I wasn't
Yeah, you.
listening.
No, I know. I could tell you weren't listening because when you started talking again, you said his wife, and I was like, "Who, Courtney?" Or and you're like, "No,
I
Chris
was
Cornell's
deep
wife."
into the article because
Yeah, you were looking at. No, I figured that out when you were saying it.
because
But
he's
that's
my
what we were when you were doing that. That's what we were talking about. How Kurt Cobain didn't do it. That his bitch
Courtney
wife
Love.
Courtney did.
I don't have favorite singers, but he was the best. I mean, I do also like the other guy. I can't remember his name now. The guy with-
Nirvana?
No, not
Oh,
Kurt
Chris
Cobain.
Cornell.
Yeah, yeah.
We're
My
back to
bad. My
Chris
bad.
Cornell.
My bad.
I
I'm telling
think
you, it's getting late for me.
I gotta tell you, I had not heard Chris Cornell sing, but I pulled up a song with him and
Oh,
Cat Stevens. It's a what is it? That song that they sang together. And when I heard Chris Cornell sing, I was just like my jaw dropped. I had no idea he could sing like that because I never listened to him that much. Baby, baby, it's a wild world. That's it.
now you're gonna make me pull. I need to pull this up and let
Oh
me
my
listen to that.
God, was he good?
You guys want to
That
hear
was a song.
the song? It's not
What?
his song, but he covered like "Nothing Compares to You."
Yes, I've
It's
heard that.
amazing.
Yes, I've heard it.
Crying my Cheerios.
Do you
That's
like Chris
crazy,
Cornell at
Blue
all, Wayne?
Unicorn. I didn't know that the lead singer of NXS was deeply indebted to the mob, and that
Michael
Michael
somebody.
Hitchens or something like that. Hitchens
No,
or
not Hitchens. Michael, no. It's Michael.
Hitchinson.
I got the Michael. Hutchins, no.
Hutchins. I think that's it.
Michael Hutchins. Yeah, I don't know.
For lead singer of NXS. I didn't know he was deeply indebted to the mob. So maybe that does make sense if that's the case.
I'm looking it up. Oh, it's Michael
Hutchins, yeah, it is
Hutchins. But we
Hutchins.
were
Yeah.
close. We did it. We did it. We did it together. We did it.
You guys
Michael
ready for
Hutchins.
this?
Oh God, he was gorgeous.
This was the most
Yes.
amazing cover I've ever heard him do, and maybe it's just me, but I just love how he's wearing an old T-shirt, doesn't give a crap, he's got money, but he's still just normal. Reminds me of Steve, honestly. Back when he had your longer hair.
Yeah, well, people, used to say I did resemble like him, or that I had that look.
It's been 7 hours and 15 days since you took your love away. I go out all night and sleep all day since you took your love away. Since you've been gone, I can do whatever I want. I can see whoever I choose. I can eat my dinner in a fancy restaurant. Nothing can take away these blues. There's nothing compared to you. It's been so lonely without you here, like a bird without a song.
What happened? He froze.
Oh, I said I didn't want to play the whole thing unless you wanted me to because it's 5
That's
minutes long. So.
Oh,
That's really, really beautiful. You know, there's some songs I don't like, but when certain people sing them, I'll love them. That's a song I don't care for, but when he sings it, I love it.
He's got a
Aloha, Pat
voice.
Evans.
Yeah.
Amazing voice.
Hi there, Pat Evans. That's my family.
I
When
love
she and Cheryl Rich are in chat, I feel like it's family.
the Highway song is the best, I think.
Cheryl Rich and Pat Evans are freaking
Yeah.
awesome people.
Yep.
Yeah, they are.
Much love, Pat. So Cheryl. JMIC
Good.
is the subscriber. Look.
Subscriber of the month.
Oh, I like what Blue said. I call that rescuing a song.
That's a good way to put it because I didn't like it when Sinead O'Connor sang it at all. It was just like, no,
No.
thank you.
But that just proved to me when I heard him sing that, I'm like, this dude is a rocker, bro, and he can just change like channels and do that.
Yeah, you can sing
Natural
anything.
talent. Natural talent.
Wing, you're unusually tired. You're unusually quiet tonight.
He's muted.
Oh, thought I was scared because he's probably scared that
I
I'm
was
going to interrupt him all the time.
I was gonna. I don't know if I'll drop out or not, but I was gonna go try and find something I wanted to. There's these young kids that are doing these covers and stuff, but man, I'm gonna tell you, they all are really good musicians. I don't know
I
if you
think
guys
I've
have been.
seen them. I think I know who you're talking about.
I
It's
like the
they're
one.
in a band and the girl is
Yeah,
the lead singer.
yeah, they have a girl as a singer. Yeah,
I like
Yes,
the
they
one
are
with the dad and the
amazing.
daughter one. Have you seen the dad and daughter? Little, she's like 6.
No,
Oh, they're so good.
but I know the one that Wing's talking about. It's been popping up all over YouTube. They're just amazing.
I haven't seen anything on it yet.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised radio isn't dead already, honestly.
I
Well,
know.
I don't listen to it.
I don't either, but like in the past couple of months, there was a few times where like, because whenever I get in my van, it automatically connects to my phone through Bluetooth. But then sometimes if I leave my phone here and I go get my van to pull it around and I don't have it, I'm like, And just driving around, I have to have music. So I'll turn the radio on. Everything's commercial. People talking. It's like, do they even play music anymore? Do they play one song every 20 minutes?
Same thing with movies. I won't watch them anymore. I have to have them on Netflix or record them or something. I can't watch the commercials. I hate the commercials. It's like if they were commercials I actually liked instead of the same stupid get Renvoke or whatever that stuff is where he gets rid for prep before man and man sex or whatever. I'm so sick of seeing that. I've seen that ad like 80 times. I'm like, dude, change the freaking ad. I don't care what it is. Could
Did
be
you just
anything
say?
else.
I got distracted. Did you just say man sex?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's a pill for prep. If you have AIDS, it makes you undetectable for testing. If you test, you're undetectable so that you can go and do something with somebody else and be undetectable while you're on the medication.
Wait a minute, that's a commercial on television?
Yeah. It's
You
an
know, I
actual.
haven't watched
That's
TV in
insane.
I haven't watched TV in 5 years. I have no idea what's happening. I watch movies on YouTube that are free, but
That's
they have ads.
insane.
That I'm
That
astounded.
should be illegal right there because
It
that is
should be.
creating that you can create a victim with like that.
You're spreading it.
Yeah, you're harming another human being. That
Whoa.
is
Oh,
that's
Wing
fucked up.
Wingnut. Wing put a link. I can't call you Wingnut. Wing put a link back here.
Oh, in private chat. Okay. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Oh no, shit. These are young. Wow. Let me share this tab instead. Wow, they are young.
I was a sand off the shore.
Damn.
Ooh.
That's who I meant. That's who I knew it was.
Playing the right music for me. I like that. Quit breaking up.
Feels like you're mine. Feels right. So fine. I'm yours. You're mine. Like paradise.
love the bass player, man.
I agree.
He's getting down.
Yeah, he is.
Then we got the Indian kid on the other end. That's so cool. Yes. I am from Pecky.
I can play the hell out of the guitar.
I am
You know-
good.
the two of you could have muted.
That,
No, we wanted to talk. We wanted to talk.
dude, that lead singer girl though, that looks like my daughter when she was 14. That's like weird.
Actually, they do other songs to me that are better. That are just like she's very, very vocal, and no offense on this wing because this is a really good one. She's gonna be a star.
Yeah, she got. As soon as she started singing, I was like, "Damn!"
Yeah,
they
she's
got
gonna be a
the
star.
Greystones. They got 180,000 subscribers. That video alone has 1.3 million views from 2 months ago,
So
which is
good.
awesome. Good for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Oh.
really good. I haven't heard any original stuff, but they do a lot. They do covers. They do a lot of good covers.
Real quick, I wanted to talk about this thing with the HIV real quick. It's like a minute long. So this is the explanation of the medication. It says when you have HIV, your viral load is whatever that means. I don't know if it's sperm or what. Is the amount of virus in your blood and body fluids that's usually highest when you first get HIV, right? You start the therapy, it slows or stops the virus from growing when you take it every day as prescribed. Your viral load should come down to a very low level. Keep in mind that you do not get rid of the virus. Eventually, you'll want to have an undetectable viral load, one so low that you can't find it in a lab test. While you still have the disease, it's undetectable. Supposedly, you can't spread the virus to your sexual partners at that point. But it says even when you reach that point, you must remember that the virus is still in your body. To keep it at bay, take your medicine every day, just as your doctor prescribes. If you skip a dose or stop treatment, your viral load can go up quickly, and the chance that you can transmit HIV to your partner goes way up. Okay, so you know what I'm saying? Like people with HIV should be protecting themselves, right? And tell people they got it, then probably wear a condom. But these are the kind of commercials that have been on TV lately. And then they show.
That's what Magic Johnson did.
Yep. Except he probably had the experimental version, like when it first came out.
Right.
Because he
That
shouldn't be
ad just
alive.
makes me sick.
Yeah, it's not. You're fooling people.
Wait a minute.
This is the one blue unicorn
Yeah,
shirt.
but it's over 7 minutes long, so he
I'm
just
gonna
wants
play
to
a
show
little
you the
bit of it.
talent. Yeah.
Yeah, just check it out.
Thank you.
Oh, it's music. I'm looking for AIDS.
I do like that bass.
Kid looks like he's playing some hot dogs or Lincoln Logs. Wish I had a studio like that.
My shadows, shedding skin. I've been picking scabs again. I'm down, digging through my soul's looking for a clue. I've been crawling on my belly, clearing out what could have been. I've been wallowing in my own confusing, insecure delusions. For a piece to cross me over, or a word to guide me in.
That is amazing, man. That's just. Well, here's that other
I
one
think
real quick.
that's definitely good. I like that.
This is from 2 days ago from the other one, the Greystones. I haven't listened to it yet, but they just posted this 2 days ago.
That's got to be the mom there in the blue jeans.
Got a call from the north and we used to be real close. Said he couldn't go the American way.
If I'm not mistaken, the singer and the bass player are brother and sister. If I'm not
I
mistaken.
love the bass player, dude. He is so good.
Yeah, he's got a certain energy to him.
Oh, he's digging on it, man. He shouldn't be that good.
I mean, they're
way too
doing
young.
good though, man. Like that was 2 days ago. It's got 176,000 views.
Yeah, they're pretty good. I like them.
So, yeah, good for them. Like being that successful at that young of an age, you know.
That's what I was saying about earlier. It's like, you know, there are those. They're not very. You know, there's a lot of people out there. They're, you know, they're not well known. They're not like on mainstream, but because what you see on the mainstream is crap. You know, some of the good stuff gets like, you know, it's not. It's out there, but you know, it's not in. It's
Right.
not right in front of you.
And nowadays in the music industry, it's hard to make it. Like,
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it's like everything's like it's streaming now. You know, it's like how do you really make money off of music? I really don't even know anymore. You know.
True. Nice.
Mm. I am going to crash from the party, guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump off too.
Yeah, we're pushing for, and I still want to play that 6-minute stoner song for you guys.
Okay. Well, I'm probably gonna have to come back and watch it again some other time because I'm gonna go ahead and jump off.
Oh no, I'm gonna play it as an outro. So
Okay.
Sounds good.
I won't be backstage. I gotta go run and talk to my old lady. I haven't talked to her in like she slept all day. Yeah.
Yeah, and get something to eat.
I did. I ate pizza while I was on here with you guys.
I knew it.
And then after that, for everyone in chat, after that song is playing, it'll automatically take you over to another channel that is live that I'm pretty sure you enjoy. So just wait till this ends, and then you'll be like, "What? I'm at a different channel already." And
Only
then
fan.
you can continue watching there.
Only one fan.
Only what?
Only one fan.com.
Oh, is Wing coming on tonight? I'll be
Right.
there.
Only
The only fan.
only lawns.
Right.
Sorry. Does anyone have any final thoughts?
I love the absolute freedom of not having a monetized podcast, even though it sucks to not be able to make money, but just the fact that you can like share something without being afraid and actually have an entertaining experience and have the freedom of speech and to use other people like they do every day on the news. They just regurgitate
Right.
other people's stories and stuff, but we're not allowed to do it on YouTube for some reason. It's not like we're trying
Unless
to.
you're unmonetized. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like we're trying to steal it or we're not going to give the authors credit. If anything, we're pushing their stuff. And I think tonight was fun because we were able to have a little bit more fun and freedom with it. So freedom's good, man. That's what America is, the land of the free. So I hope we keep it that way.
I beg to differ on the land
Well,
of the free, but
I'm believing in it. So
let
me
I
believe
still
what I
don't think
want.
we're free. I still don't think we're free.
I'm free.
I'm with you, Dave.
I can walk outside and poop in my yard if I want.
Yeah. Are you free to drive down the street without a seatbelt?
Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
Yes.
Without getting a ticket or pulled over? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
Because they won't
Cool.
be able to catch me. I'll be going too fast.
Are you free to not pay property taxes even if you own your house?
I know that I agree with that, but like as far back as I can go, people paid some sort of tax for their land.
Right.
Well, I mean, actually, technically, back in the day when it was a land patent, it's you basically got it free and clear, and then
Right.
also it was also signed by the president, all that stuff. It
But
back
they
then,
didn't come and take care of your property at all. They
no,
didn't help you with snow or
no,
that stuff.
no, of
No
course not.
water. So we have some burden of paying the people who take care of the snow, the ice, the salting, the water. I get that, but I believe if we have a piece of land like you're talking about, we should own it outright.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say goodnight because I need to
Whatever.
go. I mean,
Whatever.
y'all can keep talking. I
All right,
appreciate what you're
Snooks.
saying, but I want to thank you, Steve, again. This was so much fun. I always have such a great time. Dave, you are a good man.
No.
And I love teasing you and that we can do that. Wingnut, you're a good sport because you take my crap and give it back. And
And
I can respect that.
Dave and Wingnut both have pretty pew-pews.
And
I
Wingnut,
wouldn't
don't
know.
forget,
That's
he said you
TMI.
were looking extra heavy lately. So
No, I didn't say that.
you sure as enough did. I can go on YouTube and see it.
No,
Yep.
no. Did I
Got
not
it all.
write?
Got a recording of it right there.
Did I not write you a nice email?
I'll be blackmailing you with that later.
I'm gonna go watch that short for 5 or 6 times and enjoy
Uh-huh.
myself. But anyway.
Watch
And,
that
and
place.
undressing me with your eyes over there. I
Oh,
see
totally.
Oh,
Totally.
that.
PG.
But anyway, I just want to and good night to the chat. I love all of you. Y'all are just amazing, and thank y'all so much for being here. And we all love you. Okay, I'm now going to leave.
All right, and we love you, Snooks. Thank you. Much aloha.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Much
Okay.
love and respect.
Okay. Good night.
Well, duh.
Well, partly respect. And
I heard that, Wing.
Stephen.
No. But what you got to do is you got to take the pudding with the pop and the pop with the pudding, and then you get the Coke and the smile, and you shut the fuck up. No.
Bill Cosby.
But anyway, you got any final thoughts, Wingnut?
No.
Not good. All right. Well, thank you for coming up and hanging with us, man. It was awesome. I'm glad you did. And shout out to Snooks for hanging out with us. And as always, Dave, my best friend for my whole life. And everyone in chat, everyone that stopped by, everyone that hit the like button. And I want to shout out again to Dreamcatcher69. I want to thank them again for all the negative comments because you're still promoting my videos by commenting and watching them. So thank you. Appreciate it. I appreciate it. So you got to love the haters too.
You're the biggest fans, actually, the haters.
Right?
Oh, they'll watch every one of them.
Every fucking one. They'll hang on every word.
Yep. And then every time, I don't know if it's a he or she, but he or she is like, I can't believe they promote garbage like this. It's like, you're promoting it because you're leaving a comment and you are watching it. So thank you. Like, what do you mean you can't believe they're promoting it when that's what you're doing by watching it and commenting? You're feeding the algorithm. So shout out to Dreamcatcher69 with 5 subscribers. But other than that, I love all you guys in chat. Thank you, everyone. And shout out to JM Unleashed, subscriber of the month. And until next Sunday, have a beautiful morning, beautiful day, beautiful afternoon, beautiful evening, beautiful night, whatever it may be, wherever you are. Much love, much aloha, and most importantly, God bless.
So you're not who you think you are. You're an avatar. That's not the real world, that's just an illusion. And you are an infinite soul, and all of your memories are you being an infinite soul, living all of these different experiences. The mirrors crack but show no pain. Reflections dance inside the rain. The question burns beneath your skin. Are you without or are you within? Wake up, dreamer, see the seams. Life's a canvas stitched with dreams. Reality bends to what you feel. You're gonna look back and say, oh, my God, I was so stressed out. I thought that I was gonna lose it all. I thought I was gonna die, but that was all a gonna say, why did I take life so seriously? Why did I let all those things stress me out when I could have just relaxed and enjoyed it? 'Cause that was all a dream. The mirrors crack but show no pain. Reflections dance inside the rain. The question burns beneath your skin. Are